Hey, nah, this bitch hard, man.
Live and being performing and all that, I'm still getting used to it, man. My nerves still hit me every time I get up there on stage. I mean, Cryptonyte get on my ass sometimes, and I just pull it out and I have to pull out. You know what I'm saying? But like, you learn the tricks and the trades of what we do as a career and a job to be in this industry. And I mean, it's hard enough just trying to be publicized, but at the same time too, your image and everything and what you keep. So when it come down to it, most people, they see fortune and fame and they see the glimmer and glamour. Man, it take years and hard work and dedication and relevancy for you to really actually gain stature. And then after you gain stature, it take a long time before you actually start seeing money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, how if you don't have something in the backfield of yourself or being yourself, are you going to be anything in the future, right? I mean, because if you don't work, you don't eat.
Right.
Right? If you don't put nothing into it, you won't get nothing out of it. So looking into everything I've done, I mean, I was a lot of selfish. You know what I'm saying? I was a lot greedy, a lot jealous or whatever. But I had to go down those roads of trials and tribulations to understand to where I could get to in my future, because I wouldn't have one if I didn't understand to go through things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much blessed at this point, man. And there's no regrets, and I ain't looking back and got no enemies or nothing like that. I mean, I'm pretty free.
Exactly. So that's all we got. That's it. That's the pod. We'll see you on the
5 minutes, we out.
Heck yeah. Well, y'all ready? Y'all ready to do this thing? Let me take a little sippy here.
Right.
All right. Welcome back to the Moshcast. You know who I am, Almighty Sai. And we're back at Idol Art Studio. She was like, y'all were cool last time. Y'all can come back. And so we're here. This might be the mothership, you know. You know how I am. I like to jump little places. I did High Fidelity for a little bit. I did Print Nation whenever it was around. So maybe this will be a little bit of a spot that we can actually do it more often, you know. We got 2 guests today. I had to pull out, which is crazy. I had to pull out my small mic because either one, when I was in my drunken escapade, I lost one of my mics, or 2, someone stole it. I don't know. It wasn't in my bag. So I was like, bro, somebody has an Almighty Side mic. I'm going to kick their ass. I'm just kidding. You can have it. If you needed it, it's yours. I got enough mics. We got 2 guests. We got Cryptonyte over there in the far end and Gutta Blacc.
What's up?
Which is crazy because Gutta came from my Gutta over there in F-Town. Well, you worked there.
Man,
you were around.
I went to school there, grew up there, neighborhood there, man, played football there. Friona, man.
That's a crazy place.
Man, the cheeseburger capital is what they say it is now.
And it's crazy, bro, because I came out here and then I started hanging around with some people, getting to know everybody and stuff. Print Nation, Curtis Graham, he was in Friona. I was like, bro, what? That's crazy, because he's doing rap. And he has his, like, you know, he had his little print thing with his wife and stuff. Yeah. I was like, that's wild. And then you show up, and I'm like, oh, that's 3 people from Friona that are like kind of in the same little game, little realm of music and shit.
It's a little circle around here. But
I think it's the water, bro. The water in Friona made us wanted to be rappers or something. I think it's the air,
because we're over here in the West. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like the weather be bipolar. Sometimes it's just people.
Oh, for real, for real. Nah, I just been chilling. I am like kind of worn out, kind of burnt, because last weekend I had, I did my Halloween special that Saturday, and then I went back to back on Tuesday and Wednesday and did Halloween episodes for Halloween for the weekend. And then Friday I had a show, Saturday I had 2 shows, and then Sunday I had a show. And I'm just like sitting here on a Wednesday being like, bro, I don't even know if this whole week is going to be able to revamp my brain. I've been fried.
I bet that was a lot of costumes you had to wear all week.
Oh, bro. Especially with Joby, she be telling me like dress up like this. You know,
from
we're gonna
looking
match.
around where we're at it for the podcast, I'm just saying that's a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Go to anyone as Duck Dynasty.
I know, right? Change each character every day.
I mean, every time I'm like, I'm Cy, and they're like, Cy from Duck Dynasty. I'm like, yeah, sure. You got. I already look like it.
That's the diversity of how the world's changed, right? Well, I mean, you do have that kind of Duck Dynasty look, but you wouldn't seem to be that kind of person that people judge you as. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get that a lot. So I could understand that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you got just as much creativity and charismatic as anybody I've met in the music game and stuff like that too.
Well, I
So,
appreciate that.
You're good at what you do, so I mean, keep doing it. Shit.
Well, I was at the Day of the Dead over there at Starlight, and I did a show. We did it where the food trucks were, and they were, we had to do some stuff. They were like, hey, keep it at a PG level, and I was like, a PG as in like I can't say fuck or, I have a lot of cuss words in my stuff, but I kept it clean or whatever. But it was funny because whenever I went on stage. It was the Day of the Dead. It was a culture thing. There was a whole bunch of Hispanics and stuff. And I've been there, done that. I love fucking. I mean, I was from Friona. That's what the population is over there.
Right.
Anyway.
I mean, that's majority of over there. What we had as in our little small town.
Yeah.
So it's like we made
whenever I got up on stage, I was like, "Hey, my name's Almighty Cy." Bet y'all didn't think that this fucking big ass white boy, redheaded, bearded fuck was gonna come out here and rap. And they were laughing and stuff, and then I got on, and bro, like it was weird because I saw their eyes, and they're like, "Oh shit, like that's crazy."
Yeah, we get that. White boys get that. Especially, I don't know how many times I got people. Oh, okay, you rap, and they want to come through and check out the studio, and then they hear me, and they're like, "Oh, you rap, like you don't just mess around." Like,
you remember the Jamaicas they used to have over there in Hereford, right?
Yeah.
The Jamaicas were these little like events they had in the parks, right? And they were Spanish, you know what I mean? Mexico, right? They would play volleyball. They would have food stands, food trucks and stuff like that. And they had a stage, bro, like where bands and stuff would perform, like, even if they were local or if they were from around or whatever. And they would take an intermission for like at least an hour or two or something like that. And that's where I started noticing, like, okay, so, hey, y'all give not just your culture for what, you know what I mean, is going on. They were open to all things because they had a country set, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then they had a rock set. So we started trying to promote ourselves like, hey, can we get a slot to show a song? You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? And after that, it was like we had the VFW.
Right. Over there in Hereford.
Right by the feed yard, right, going outside of Hereford, right?
Yep.
For the ethanol plant and all that.
Yep.
And out there they had a big old live little open thing because they were out there at the golf course. And Fridays and Saturdays, if you rented it out or whatever, you could keep it till 12 or 2 in the morning and kind of do, you know what I'm saying, like how we do our shows and shit, like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like,
Friona was dry, so
Well,
that was the issue. We didn't have a lot of shows in Friona because Friona was a dry county, so there was no alcohol. You had to get it from out of town, so might as well just do something in Hereford.
Right,
and
because
don't
it was
worry
Wet
about
County
it.
and Deaf Smith County. So it's like when we were growing up over there and stuff like that to like do anything in the weekend or stuff like that, it was like, man, you had to leave Friona to come to Hereford or come to Amarillo and stuff like that. So it's like you felt out of place. You didn't feel comfortable because we didn't really have home here, or we didn't have a house, or we didn't have residency.
Right.
So it's like we were just visiting. So it's like, man, we're going out of town. But the constants of keep doing that, you have to start breaking walls down, being more respectful to who you're around and what you're doing. And if you're serious about what you do and you love, I mean, you're gonna focus on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And man, it took. I met you when? What year was it? 2017. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
20, well,
About the end of 20. Yeah, well, see, I created Black Cash Mafia in December of 2016. Yeah, it was the beginning. I think it was 2017 when I met you, somewhere around there. Yeah, and it's been since that long since I came back then. I mean, that's been crawling and scratching and trying to.
Were you still over there yonder around that
Oh
time?
man!
Or did you come back? Or did you come?
Yeah,
here?
that is the time I had just left Hereford from. I was working cashier over there at the Town and Country.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that little corner store now that it's so evolved and stuff. I went the other day, man, for some court troubles and stuff like that, bro. I didn't recognize nothing over there. Everything has changed.
Everything's different,
Man,
bro.
things that weren't there.
And Friona's not dry anymore.
I
You buy
know they
alcohol in
sell
Friona
liquor
now.
in Friona now. That
It's
was
crazy.
crazy. I'm like, what? You used to go in there like how we go in here and there's liquor everywhere, right? In any convenience store, we had 2 Allsups, one at the end of each town, right? And no, just soda
No.
pops, waters, and all that shit. You got to go 8 miles outside of Friona
Yeah.
to get alcohol. So
But
it's like,
you know, I don't know if this is legal. I don't know if I could talk about this legally or not. But
you are now.
I used to work at this place called Cattle Guard, and it was 12 miles out of Friona, but it was legal. There
That's
was a
funny.
bar, not a bar, but it was a liquor
But
store.
it's funny you would say that because you know what? I looked just a couple months ago about that, just searching, because my kids stay in Friona, right?
Mm-hmm.
They tore that place down. Story was that the man passed away. The kids got into a little quarrel about whatever inheritance, and nobody wanted to do it, so the lady scrapped it.
No shit.
Hey, yes, that whole plane out there where we used to go, because remember Dead Man's Curve?
Right.
Beer Can Alley?
Right.
Don't exist no more.
That's crazy.
They plowed over all that.
That's
man.
crazy.
It's crazy because even on Google Maps, I know this ain't the same place because my dad's buried in the Friona
Beer Can
Cemetery.
Alley. I know it's a
right?
thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we
Google
used to
that
remember
shit.
that curve and Dead Man's Curve. Like, wait, man. And the road, they even changed that highway. You know what I'm saying? Because remember how 214 used to break off?
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed all
Damn.
that, bro. Yep.
But what I would do is I worked at that liquor store, and on the weekends, like on Fridays, when everybody got their paychecks, bro, there used to be this family, and I don't know their names, I don't know who they are. So if the fucking feds come and find me, I don't have any fucking idea who they are. But they would roll up, and I'm not shitting you, bro. They would fill their car to the brim with the 30 packs of anything, whatever we had, they bought, and they would sell us out on Fridays.
Hey, here's
they would
one
sell
for
us
you.
out.
Don't worry about whoever it was, because look, I'm gonna go ahead and let it be known. I did it one time. Hey, I'm not playing. Look, remember the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre video where they open the refrigerator and there's 40s from head to toe? Did that.
Yeah,
Like,
they would buy all the 30 packs, and I knew what they were doing, bro.
Getting faded.
Because they would go into town, and because I heard a word, I was like, "There's this family." They're like, "Oh, wow, we know who." They lived in this apartment complex, and they would charge everybody at that apartment complex $2 a pop for a beer. And so they were hitting the lick, bro. They were hitting licks, bro. So every week, I mean, I was seeing like $1,000 in cash from these people.
Oh yeah,
Fucking just buying beer,
Like
bro.
the kitchen for Friona and
Yeah,
shit.
for
well,
real.
I mean, not getting into it. Friona was a little underworld shop about some things. If you were quaint, you know what I'm saying?
Those small towns can do some work. If
Hey,
you know what to
I
do.
mean-
if you're smart enough about it, you can do a lot of crazy
I
shit.
just got free from Palmer County, man. Don't jinx me, man. I just got done with all that. And I am never
Dang. And that was crazy because I met you at the beginning of pretty much my adult life.
Subway,
and then
hey, on the cool, cause like I just got tired of Friona in general and the way it was, and my cousin at the time was being a little shy, my nigga. So, and then too, I was kind of shitty because I didn't get the assistant manager job, bro. So I kind of became sour.
Hey, fuck it, dude.
Hey, you didn't do nothing wrong, like I tell you. My beef wasn't with you, bro.
Dude, to be honest, like, and I talked about this on my pod. In that moment, like whenever I was working at Subway and stuff,
Yeah.
I on God, like everybody knows. I mean, I have an ex-wife and shit. Now I have my kid and stuff because of it or whatever. But I graduated high school, and then I got engaged and then got married and had a kid within 3 years of all that. And in that time, I had a mental break. I literally had a mental issue that I was dealing with, and nobody knew about it. And I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't like properly what is that word called? Diagnosed properly.
Right.
Diagnosed with
Because in
anything.
Friona, the psychosis for mental and all that, the counseling and all that, our school system really wasn't really up to code, really as pace as the kids were getting educated, right? And with you, like, I mean, because you see me at the time, you know, some of the people that come up there and ask for food or whatever and didn't have money or whatever or were short like that, I never really gave no least effort or negativity to what reason. I let them, you know what I'm saying, I did for them, right? And that was my whole thing is like, I see how many people that are so gracious from a town that treats me as an image so bad and looks at my reputation and just my stature and my family history. Like, so it's like I'm starting to look the inside of seeing people now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that day, whenever you came to work, you just had this look on your face like I had seen a million times, like when a kid doing his best and trying to make points because his parents want to see him succeed or want to see the best, and like it's not enough,
right?
You know, and they expect more and more and more. And my boy, I watched, I was there, I seen you through most of it because you were getting ready to get married,
right?
You were happy, like you everything like on point, but it was like whenever I seen that your happiness had got taken away by just the miserability of all that. Man, I just said, fuck it, bro. I just said, fuck it, and just went in, bro. Because you know why?
How old are you, son?
I'm 30.
Don't you even start.
I look like I'm like 70, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I mean, at the same time, man, it's like with you, Chris, or Cryptonyte. I myself, bro, don't have too many people in life that family, you know what I'm saying, is supposed to be, because we all know family don't really have to back up people that they say are their family, right? We have to find other people or whatever. Man, until I came across you, and we both have the moments of where we were at our bottom, at our minimum, right? And you know, as hard as, like you said the other conversation we had, and that still rings in my mind, bro, how hard and how, because I remember it, bro. When I got here and I stayed, he's like, bro, you can stay on my couch. I help you out. I don't know you, but I'm gonna give you a chance. But if you fuck up, your ass is out, right?
And
you know
what year was that, or when that happened?
That was 2017.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
2017.
Bro. And then when I got to stay at his house and all that, I stayed on the couch, bro. And no matter the situation, bro, no matter the element or whatever, right? All I kept in my head, bro, was to grind, get on my ass and do something, because I got to be productive, right? Because I can't just, my daddy always told me you can't stay nowhere for free. Right. So with that in my head, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and him going through taking care of 3 kids and his girl trying to work wait tables and him do music, I seen the struggle.
Yeah.
And with me being there, it was just another mouth to feed. And it was like, man, instead of me just being something like that, or that person that's going to be how everybody else that we grew up seeing, right? I had to put in work. And man, his girl, his baby mama at the time, got me a job out there at Denny's, and man, I got to head cook, bro, and all that shit, and I started grinding. Money started coming. Every time I get paid or whatever, give him money, let him take care of bills or whatever he needed, help him out, give him cigarettes or whatever, right? And the money was just there, bro. I mean, at that time, hell, I managed to go to one of the WWE events that don't come here no more and shit like that, bro. Like I was so stoked, bro, because I was so down at the time, bro. Like everything was at the lowest, bro, and I just got off my ass and started busting ass working again like I was at Subway, bro. But I kept in my head the things I did wrong at Subway, I didn't keep them in the element of that job. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? Also, too, like, while we're talking about this, fuck all that. Like, literally, like, you know how many fucking licks I've done since,
bro,
since I left for Yona?
Look, with the consequences that were put against me, you keep the paycheck and don't call the cops. Shit, which would you take? Right. I mean, I walked straight out there while everybody was getting paid. I was heartbroken. I was mad, but I mean, I took enough money already. Right. But I mean,
and then I had to get a little well greased and all that, because now I'm thinking back and I'm like, I would have done the same fucking thing.
I'm gonna tell you this real quick, like you did about the little cattle guard thing, and then I'm gonna let you get to Cryptonyte. Look, so like with Subway, right? You know what I was doing? So I was just charging people double for what they were ordering. So if your order was like 20 something like that too, I just go ahead and void it out the thing in the register as a refund, right? And keep the change, give them the food for free, like a comp. I was keeping the return money and not having to give nothing back. But if you charge the card, you missing out.
And see that? Okay, so now I understand, because when we were doing like inventory and shit, on some fucking crazy bullshit. Here's the flip, they're like, we're missing like 198 fucking pieces of bread, bro.
Hey, but here's the flip though. When they would do the inventory and all that too, I would do count the money and all that though, right? And one thing that added up the next morning, and that's when my cousin would come in after me because I was the night manager, right? How many times counting shit was off?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, the bags were dropped. The money bags were always dropped. Everything was always on point, because you know why?
Right.
My nigga, look.
All you had to do was like write it out.
No. Look, I'm being honest with you. Looking at it's so long ago, they can't do shit about it. Look, so it's like this. When I did the drawers and everything, after I did the inventory for the product of the store, and I knew what was going to be needed for inventory in the morning, the drawer couldn't be short. right?
Yeah.
So whenever I counted the drawer originally, I knew what it was short and I knew what I had to put back. But see, all the tips that I had made in my tip jar that I had kept up there, those automatically went in the drawer. So the tip drawer was always over. That's why everything was always over every morning like that when I was shooting the books.
Word.
Like I had at that point, I'm telling you, at that point in time, when I was doing good and being honest and all that, and I seen how everything going with you and all that, that's why I had to bring life back to it. That's why I left the way I did. So, because like, man, at some point you got to understand that you're in somebody's life or around people for a reason. Because hey, tell me not, I joked with y'all.
Right.
I had the crew that did what I asked them.
As far as I know, you and me were straight as hell. You were a homie.
Hey man, look,
I just found out some shit that I had to fucking.
Hey, I know, but I mean, look, it's much later down the line. Yeah. But at this point in time, like at that point in time, I had the position of authority to be like, man, okay, you could do something with your life. You could be something besides what everybody tell you, right?
Right.
It just got to a point of like selflessness. I seen, and you happen to be that person, bro. And it's just like this little ginger ass boy right here that just got the sad look on his face that just needs help and hug, and he just got done crying and wiped. It's like, bro, you need to talk to somebody. Look, take a break, take 5, even take off if you need to. And you told me like I can't because whatever the money goes towards this. All right, well check it out. Don't work as hard. You know what I'm saying? Take lighter of the view or just keep the floor clean, whatever. It was my job, bro, just to be that adult and be that authority figure for somebody that day, bro.
Word.
And you know what? Since then.
This nigga's like 57.
This is a 60-year-old nigga. Anyway. Since then, man, that day, even the day I got canned, bro, it's been a blessing, bro.
Right.
Everything's been on a different track, and I've been more clear-headed, and I've been more visual about life, man.
Right.
So where I'm at now, man, I thank you, really, on the cool.
Well, I thank you too, bro.
I thank you too,
Yeah.
man. I mean, like, I appreciate the hell out of that because, like, at the end of the day, my thrive nowadays. I love running into people that start shit with me and think that they ain't never gonna see me again because I love that. Hey, you remember me?
Hey, because that was crazy. Because that night, bro, I was on some shit because of some bullshit that was pulled like hours before the show even started. So I was like, fuck, man. I'm just going to go harder than motherfucker. That was the Bomb City Meltdown, the 10th annual Bomb City Meltdown show, right? Yeah. And I was already on some shit. I even called you. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, yeah. Fuck all these people.
Oh, there was controversy with Cryptonyte on the side too. They had the cipher.
It really came up about the cipher. Really.
Yeah.
We want to get into it.
Really?
Yeah. So, Reggie had the Bomb City cipher.
Right.
And, I mean, we ain't even got to put it out there because it really don't matter. But apparently there's a handful of artists that were, well, if Cryptonite's going to be on the cipher, we're not going to be on it.
Why?
Because, I've messed up. I've messed around with dope and shit when I shouldn't have.
Opinions.
You know what I mean? That's
because
just
other
real.
people's opinions.
But then all of a sudden it comes down, oh, he's fucked off and doing this and that. Man, stop
Well, fuck
it.
all that shit.
I got my own business now, you know what I mean?
Right.
Buying my house, and I've only been out of prison for 2 years now, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But
okay, yeah.
it just came down to a little bit, and
I remember that too. I remember that
it
too when I
wasn't
ran
just that. It was that your name. That's when your name kind of come up in the mix. That we're not on the level of some of these guys that have been.
Oh
doing
yeah,
it
I'm
around
sure.
here
I'm
for a
sure I'm
while,
not on
you
the
know what I
level
mean?
of some of
And
these
it's like,
fucking
come on,
dupes.
like,
These fucking. That's
What
crazy,
level?
bro.
Hey, I heard it. I heard it a couple weeks ago. A guy said, "It's not levels, it's leagues."
And I hate it. I hate it because, man,
For real, though.
ever since the beginning, I've always been about people coming together here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Amarillo.
I mean, shit.
I don't care if you've been doing music here for 20 years. If
Right.
you're still in Amarillo, you ain't no better than none of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't give
Right.
a shit. Like, what you think? Like, if you're still here, you ain't big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're all the same. We're on the same plane.
We all
what
shit the
makes you any
same.
better? Because you did it a few years before me? You know
Right.
What I mean? Other than that, like...
We're all that one shitty team.
Bro,
out
who
of
are
that
the,
city.
but that's the thing too, is like, who do I see the most out here on these fucking streets doing that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
You talking about you talking about leagues? You talk about like who's better than or whatever. Who the fuck is out here doing shows?
Right,
Who's out here
like,
fucking making shit happen?
Who's in charge of giving
And
anybody
see,
his opinion?
when
or
I
judgment?
first started, with Worlds Collide, they were some of the mains one doing shows.
Right.
Kind of fell off. I went on my own, and then
Kind of fell off. He's being a little bit generous on that.
and then before I got locked up, I was one of the main one doing shows,
Right.
at Zombies and stuff for
Right.
a while, about once a month, once every other month, and actually trying to bring some different tours through here instead of just little local shows over and over again.
Yeah, diversity.
I can cut it out. You can go over there if you want to.
Like that's where I got my start. Like me myself, I was more or less just a studio artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I was more or less just behind the microphone.
Right.
My imagery and stuff like that is what I mean. Like my socialism is what I'm working on now to try to have an image and all that. That's why we do these podcasts, we
Right.
do YouTube and all that now. Because nowadays content is what what makes everything. And if you
Yep.
ain't viral or if you don't have nothing to talk about, nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing, no point or no direction.
Right.
Who in the is gonna give a care? No, it's like it's watching a TV show. It's like watching Monday Night Raw or something like that. It's like I've seen this before,
Right.
but it's just different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the same scenario over and over. So it's like I really thank the hell out of Cryptonyte because you know what I'm saying. With the way his direction is, and he's always been that way. I mean, I think it got me to open my eyes because myself fell out to the rabbit ego of not being a stature, a point, a pivotal. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
had to learn that there isn't one to get knocked down before you have to say, hey, you know what? We're all on the same team.
Yep.
We just
Yep.
got different positions, and you know
Yep.
what? The positions we play position us to where we could be. So it's like y'all were both just saying a while ago. It clicks in my head to make me say, right? Unless your name rings a bell or your name ain't ringing a bell, you have to make yourself relevant. It's more than just taking
Bars.
a picture or just sitting there, hey, I got a hot song or look
Right.
at this dope verse. I mean, anybody can make music. They make music all gimmickly through all kinds of crap now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they make our jobs now look like it's just a little everyday thing. Ding, 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 ding. But I mean, hey, I'm finding more interest into it because I mean, the other day we was just sitting around chopping it up and he's sitting in my little studio chair and shit like that. Whoop, whoop. And then I don't mind that though, because you know what I'm saying? Because I love it because I get to watch. That's the teachings. Those are
Right.
the lessons. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, and then before you know it, let me show you something. And me and him get to like this vibe, like it just carries on. And before you know it, we get lost in music, and it doesn't matter what it sounds like. Whatever the project is, bro, it doesn't matter if it's hot or whatever the fuck, it sounds like garbage or whatever the fuck. My nigga always takes the time to do lessons to corrections or whatever it is,
Right, right.
techniques to keep ourselves the way we sound. So it's like you were saying before we started the podcast, Gutta Blacc, man, that was the dude that had to reach his pinnacle of egoness, right? Nobody liked him. He's the asshole. Motherfucker that just starts shit just about himself, greedy and grimy. But
You just have that face, bro. You know.
Yeah,
Just
see
start-
the way I
you know,
see it,
I
Gutta
see you, and
Blacc.
I'm like, I want to start shit. with
Gutta
this
Blacc wasn't talking about shit. That's
you
like
see,
one of my sons. Even
yeah,
though
yeah,
he
and
is
Cryptonyte would always be on my ass, and it's like at a point, you know what I'm saying? You feel like the little brother, the middle brother, or it's like,
Right.
bro, quit scolding me. I know what I'm doing, but you know what I'm saying? You want to break off from that and try to show yourself. You go and try
Right,
to prove something,
right.
but it was like there ain't shit for me to prove. You got to quit trying to prove something to somebody because I'm right next to the person that's doing it. So it's like, bro, you're right here eating with me. Why are you causing diversity? Like, why are you making noise? And I couldn't understand it, but I mean, things that were eating me up on the inside, bro, I had to deal with them.
Right.
And I hadn't dealt with a lot of issues that I was going through previously, bro, until then. So it was like I spazzed out.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
al-
what I
it's
mean?
also proving something to the wrong people, and that's what I've been dealing with. So we're talking about that show and stuff, and like I was on some shit. I was like pretty pissed off because I told y'all like I have a good rapport with most people. If you know what I'm saying, like there's some people that don't like people. I get it, whatever. But you're probably gonna be on my pod if I have if
If
even
you're
if even
anybody.
if I have an issue with you or if I don't fuck with your music, you're still gonna be on my pod. Right, and we're still gonna talk it
because
out.
it's good to know of everybody.
And I've always been like that too. Like, if I didn't fuck with somebody because they didn't fuck with someone else, I wouldn't fuck with nobody in this town.
Exactly,
Probably, you know what I mean? Because
exactly.
everybody's got their little beef with them, and they got their little beef with them. But as long as ain't no tripping on me or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm cool with everybody. And I've always
and
been
for the
that
long
way,
and for the
like-
longest time, I felt like there's been a couple of people in my past that I felt like I was proving them something, and they were the wrong people to prove because Where are they now? Like, I don't even mess with them no more. They're the ones that were talking shit behind my back. They're the ones they're the ones that were texting you saying that I'm not on some type of fucking level. And I'm like, bro.
And see, that's how I felt in the beginning. Like, you know, I give all props to Worlds Collide and Resurrect, and really C4 was the first one to put me on a track. But man, in the beginning, like, I was constantly felt like I was trying to prove something to them. And when I came along, I actually started as a security. And then was doing the music at the shows because my brother-in-law got locked up.
Oh, okay.
And then I started doing tracks. But in the very beginning, I seen that they had the drive. You know,
Right.
They would be out when they had shows. They'd meet up every couple of days and go sit at the Blue Store for a few hours, or go sit over here and just sell tickets and push it.
Right.
And I was always on that legal side of stuff. Because that's when that era of the digital started.
Oh,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you guys are beasts, but what's the next step? This pushing CDs ain't really going down no more.
Right.
Yeah, they're cool for promotional,
Yeah.
but everything's digital now.
This ain't like ICP in the 90s when you can go to Dallas and Houston
Oh,
and
well,
shit.
well, see.
And I would stay pushing it,
Yep.
like, getting
Relevant every day, all the
getting
time.
everybody on BMI.
Right.
And, you know what I mean?
Tuned
Getting
for all that
trying to
shit.
look for the next legit step.
Yeah.
Nobody
And,
wanted to do.
Yeah, and I built up an online presence for everybody. I was real big on that. And, you know, we had some disagreements, butted heads, and I just looked at it like, man, if I put half the work into myself that I'm trying to put into a whole
Yeah, you're
group
putting
of
half
people,
of the work that you're putting in yourself to everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, he was spreading himself all the
and
way
then
through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be good, you know.
Yeah.
And once I did, I got myself on Spotify. I did, like, I remember in the beginning, people were like, I would hit people about shows, and they'd be like, okay, so you and Resi and all them trying to perform. No, it's me. Oh, okay, just you? Yeah, I'm on my own, you know what I mean? And shout out MIC, man. They were some of the first ones to put me on solo shows. Yeah. And Aaron Hardy gave my chance with, like, Locksmith, and he was bringing them strange music guys down here.
Oh,
and stuff,
right.
And it just took off from there. But
Yeah. And I also, too, think that, like, also having a good backing behind, like, your team and shit, bro. Because, like, my thing is like, I do try to show myself out and try to be the best that I can be. And when I'm out here doing my thing, they're like, oh, you know, where can I find you? And most of the time, yes, like, people want to go on Spotify. But I'm on YouTube. And that's, like, a personal thing. Like, the reason I'm on Spotify is just a personal thing. But, like, sometimes I'm sitting by myself and thinking about that shit, trying to prove people, like, what I am, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean,
And the Spotify thing comes up in my head all the time, or, like, fucking SoundCloud, or, like, all that shit. And it's like, bro, like, my thing is like, I'm under the underground. Like, I'm getting the people, like I said, with fucking Sunburn. Shout out to Sunburn. He was just this kid, bro. And, like, probably nobody would have fucked with him. I'm not saying that anybody wouldn't or wouldn't have or whatever.
Right, because you have some of them people that just don't want to be broadcasted. Because, like,
Right.
I'm in that category with myself, right? Fame and all that.
like the newer guys, like,
Yeah.
like how I did with OBI.
Yes.
I put Prophet.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he was youngster,
Young.
I put OBI on his first
Yeah.
Fucking
show.
Bug. Man, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that. I haven't seen Bug
And
in
No,
years.
I'm the
that's
one
the
who
thing.
put them on their first show.
So when
That's
you go look on the
crazy.
internet and stuff like that, because that's what people say, hey, where can I check out your content, get your music and stuff like that? You have Bandcamp, you have Reverb Nation, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? You have Number One Music, you have SoundCloud, YouTube, all that. You have all these outlets, right? But it's like, you have to have so many likes, views, and da-da-da-da. Man, you know what? It's content.
Yep.
If you have something to say, or if you have something to give besides just a regular routine of song and dance, or just flashy, I mean, people don't want to just look in the mirror and say, okay, I could do that too.
Right.
Right? They want to be intrigued. They want to be amazed. They want to, oh man, there's something that ain't been done before. But besides all that, you've got to have something of yourself to be that. Because, I mean, influencers nowadays are dime a dozen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like the people, the subscribers that I have on my account and stuff, and the people that follow me on Instagram, it's like, you have to be like, I'm getting to the point where it's like, you have to be in the know. Like, if you don't see my story, you're not gonna fucking see it ever again. And it's like, people are like, how do I get to you? I'm like, go to YouTube, and they're like, I don't want to. If you fucking care enough about
go to
this shit,
YouTube.
you will go and you will
Hey,
listen.
I tell
And
people
see,
that.
that's something that took me a while to get, bro. Like I used to in the beginning, I used to want everybody to vibe because of course we think
Oh, yeah.
every song we got is a jam. You know,
Right,
that's just how it
right.
is because that's our
That's how
shit.
you feel.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
yeah.
certain people are gonna feel it, certain people ain't. That's just the way it is.
Right.
And once I finally learned how to accept, like, and it be so weird because the songs you think someone would dig, they like something that you're like, nah,
Yeah, they
that
like-
was just
yeah,
bullshit
yeah,
around,
they-
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's what they
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
they-
So
diversity, because
once
it's
I
like-
got to the point of just not giving a fuck,
And
you
putting
know
out
what I
the
mean? If
content.
everybody vibed with me
Right.
or whatever,
Right.
and just started doing it for me, man, it started going
Bro, it's
way
crazy
better.
too.
Like,
Chaos, he's a homeboy that I follow. Shout out to Chaos, he's a photographer. And I see him every once in a while. He'll pop up at shows, some big shows or whatever. I'll say what's up to him. You know what's crazy as fuck about that is that I had a show. It was like one of my first shows I ever did here in Amarillo, and he showed up. And I think that's how I met him. And he was like, "That was good, bro." And I was like, "Hell yeah." Didn't even think nothing of it. Didn't even think nothing about that show at all. Last year, I did this year, I did the 4th of July show over there at fucking, what's that shit called? The tattoo and piercing place over here on 10th.
on 10th, Music Box.
Music Box. They had a big old 4th of July show over there at Music Box and
Shout
shit.
out Music Box.
And he showed up, and I was like, "Hey, bro, how you been? Like, I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a few years." And he goes, "I'm good, man." And he was, talking about photography. He goes, "You on today?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm on today." He goes, "You gonna do F Town?" And I was like, "How the fuck do you know about that song?" I was like, "That's crazy," because that was like one of my first songs I ever made. I did it in a fucking dingy ass fucking garage. Like the sound was fucking awful. I was like, "Bro," I was like, "How the fuck do you know about that song?" He goes, "Man, that's like one of my favorite songs." I was like, "Dude, I don't even like that song, bro."
Hey, that's the snap on it
when I
because
started, so I kind of Resurrect kind of taught me some of the basics, but when I really sit down and started recording myself, I was living on McMaster's, bro. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Like we record and then I'd go to listen to it and you'd hear
Yeah, the fucking.
in the background all the time. It was so hard to record over there because
it's that, and then you're battling with like the bedroom door type thing
Yeah.
because you know what I'm saying.
The kids in the other room.
No.
Because literally, when I first started recording, I stayed right there by the door in this little house. And, bro, when we came in my room to record, it was my bed, the dresser, and you had about this much space. I was running my laptop
Bruh.
right there off
Bruh.
the end of my bed. You know what I mean? And then
Hey,
we
he
had,
had
just
this
the
big
mic
old
right here
flat
by the
screen
door,
on
like-
the dresser that was his monitor, right? So
Right.
we would record right there, and like the mic was right there by the door. So not just the kids, because he'd make sure that it was time to record and all that, right? But it was the artist. You know what I'm saying? So like you'd be over there doing your verse or whatever, and all of a sudden you get bumped in the back, and somebody's coming in the door,
yeah.
and they wouldn't even know somebody was rapping or something, or they wouldn't stop to see. So it's like they'd mess you up or something, and Chris be like, "God damn it!" And then he'd have to go back. So it's been a
Right.
trial, but I mean, man, where we've been, man. Chris has come so far, man, and I'm so proud of him, dude. He is, man. He has took his downfall just like I have took mine
Right.
on my chin, and he's come back, bro. In the last 2 years, bro, I've seen this man really, really fight tooth and nail himself for severity for himself, bro. And you know what? Without a shadow of doubt, man, he believes in me like I believe in him. And look at us now. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they like you, love you, want to be with you, or don't fuck with you. Hey, something about yourself is going to be something, whether or not anybody's opinion matters, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And so when it comes down to it, I mean, hey, whether y'all like us or not, you got to look at us as a part of the plan, because guess what? We've been down to that point to where, hey, we've been hated on, fucked out.
Bro, it's felt good these last few years because I'll see certain people and like man, one of the big shout outs I always give is to Verse 320 Verse
Yeah.
with Yellow Rose King.
Bro, that's crazy. Verse, he used to come to the studio.
I was
that I
the
lived
first
in.
one to put him in the studio.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I met Tommy. With Tommy with long hair.
Tommy used to work at
Totem on
Totem
Third. And I
Third. Yep.
stayed right there behind it on Georgia.
Right.
And we were just chopping it up one night because I was always in there, you know what I mean? And I was talking about music. He said, "Oh yeah, I do music too." Blah blah blah. So he came through and ended up bringing. I still call him Mass because that's what.
That's what he used to
that's
go
what I know.
by,
That's
yeah.
Mass. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
He goes by Verse now, but I remember when I got out this time, we were doing a show with Rap Amarillo, and it was Yellow Rose Kings, and man, I seen him and I said, "Is this you or what?" You know, because he had the whole little group. So yeah, I said, "Man, I ain't even gotta say nothing." Like, you know what it is, bro. I'm
Right,
proud of you. And
right.
he said, "You know why? Because of you."
Yep.
And I love that feeling more than anything, to know there is still individuals out there that give me the props because I put them on their first show, or I
Right.
helped them put out the first mixtape, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I started getting just as much joy out of that as, you know what I mean, being
Being
recognized
on
for
fucking
myself.
stage.
You know
I would
what
have
mean? Just seeing
all the
these
people
guys
that
are
I'm
like-
proud of on stage more than I would be on stage myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, speaking of Verse and shit, I have a little story about him. I used to live in this like studio. We call it a studio apartment. It was a back house to a house that was only one room and a fucking kitchen.
That's what it is.
Um,
apartment.
Yeah, we made it into we basically made it into a studio. That's what we did with
Ain't
it.
that what we do with the vacant rooms in the
Yeah,
houses and stuff?
yeah.
We just
We're
like,
like-
no man cave. We just want the studio.
We put 2 beds in it. We're like, we'll sleep here and then we'll also do
we'll work
music
over
or
here,
whatever.
yeah.
Well, I was working nights, so everybody's up during the day, and so like I had to learn to fucking sleep whenever there was commotion and shit. I remember one night, bro, I was like, and we're talking about like how we record and shit always fucking happens after we record. Yep. I was sleeping and fucking, I didn't know this, but Verse was doing a song at the studio like that, like afternoon or where it was like 12 or something, and they had to keep on waking me up because they kept on snoring, and they were like, bro, just let me finish this verse and you can go back to sleep. Like, go outside, smoke a cigarette or something, bro, because like we're almost done. I'm like, oh fuck, all right, cool. But yeah, dude, I used to hang with Verse for a while when I was in that studio and shit. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, Verse my boy, man, and you know, Lyric is another one I give mad props
Yeah,
to.
Lyric's
You
cool.
know, he kind of
lyric.
he focused more on life, and I'm proud of him because he got his daughter and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you know,
I see him. I see him at his work like once a week. I go over there where at Schlotsky's and shit.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I was sitting a minute, but you know, we kind of understand. We don't really just talk, but that's still like my brother, you know.
Right.
And man,
I still rock
it's
the
just
hell out of that
proud to-
perfect song me and him
to
did.
see all
Oh,
them
yeah.
guys I rocked with, you know what I mean, that are still doing stuff or did what they needed to as far as life
Right,
went with their
right.
kids or whatever it may
Yeah.
be, you know what I mean? And I know I've slipped up, man, but I got back to just focusing on me more. That's what I kind of lost, is
I mean, we
worrying
all
about
slip up,
everybody
bro.
else. And because at one time, man, our top was about 8 deep.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty deep.
A-Rock was kind of repping our top. We had G2.
Lyric, we
Young
had Black.
Lyric,
Yeah.
Crucial.
Who else?
John Binks.
Yeah,
was
John.
kinda
Joey
off
Jones.
full of- yeah, well, no,
Well,
Joey
Joey
kinda
was,
his own
yeah,
thing,
but still, I mean, the support of it though too. You know what I
and
mean?
Right.
my whole idea behind Off Top was for everybody to have their own individuality.
Right.
I
I
mean,
was never trying to be like that.
like
This is they don't even know the name of my band. You know, I wasn't trying to be like that. I
D12
wanted,
shit.
it was
Because-
just us all coming together as one.
Because
you know,
like you
Off
were
Top
saying-
was the overall thing,
Right.
but
because
had
he had us in one house, bro.
Black Cast Mafia.
we left-
and
we left-
SOS with Lyric. And, you know, I wanted
Yeah.
everybody to be their own
under one
individuals.
roof though. We lived under one house, one big yellow house, right? And it had
The
like
umbrella.
no, a real house. We was
Well,
No,
no,
on
yeah,
he's
that's what
saying
I'm
like
saying.
Off Top
yeah,
was like
but-
the umbrella. of
Yeah,
everything.
but
and
at
that's
the
what it
same
was,
time
like-
too, we learned that camaraderie, and the thing is there were so many talented people that the Eagles were starting to mix inside themselves, right?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was starting to spoil and do this and that, and then life, and then all of us just scattered out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to the point now,
That's
it's
how it
like,
works.
man, it'd be nice. I'm saying it myself. Like, it'd be dope. It'd be dope as hell to have like a reunion type thing for all the artists that, you know what I'm saying, paved the way or whatever they call themselves or whatever levels or whatever
Right.
it goes like, right? To come back and do something like we used to do, because
Right.
my fondest memory was when we used to do the Crystal Pistol that's tore down, remember? With MIC, because like Cholo and fucking Maybach, they man were the ones that were out there really doing it, like had
Right.
that image, right? So it's like, when we do this music, we've got to have somebody to look up to, like athletes have in sports and actors have in movies and all that shit too, right? So it's like when we see people doing that, we admire that because it's like, man, I want to be just like that or do that too.
Yeah, but,
you know what I mean? But like,
also I moved past the point too of, it was too much of,
a hassle.
they're with them.
Yeah.
And they're
Too much
this
taking
group,
care
and
of
they're this
who's not
label.
taken care of.
all
And
kinds
like
of
I've
things
had
at
this,
one point.
I've had this talk with Resurrect. It with me anymore. It doesn't have to have a title, bro. Why do we have to have a title?
Right.
Why can't we just do music?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care who you're with. What label you're under, what
Right.
group, whatever. I don't care. Let's
Yeah.
do music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's and I tried to put that to Joe and a few others. Like it don't matter of what you call yourself anymore. You know what I mean? We're still all in Amarillo, and we should be coming together more as a
Yeah.
whole. Like,
On like we were talking about like on some like personal shit and stuff like most if we hash it out, if we talk it out, if you come to me man to man or whatever and talk it out to me and we can actually talk about the whatever the fuck we have a problem with, and I'm usually cool with that at the end. I might hit some jabs and be a little funny and talk some shit or whatever the fuck, but at the end of the day, it's not like I'm not like out here like
Well,
gonna
see,
beat someone's ass.
that's
You know
exactly
I'm
what happened with me and Gutta. We had a falling out.
We had a falling out.
At
Yeah.
the end, you know what I mean? Couple problems went down at shows, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And we didn't talk for a while. Well, the first time I got locked up, and I got out, or no, it was this time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was this
Yeah.
time. This is last
When I
time.
got out this time, I did 2 years this last time and completely finally got done with all my shit. But I hit him up and was like, "Say, fool, what's up?" And he talking shit.
Hey,
What the
'cause
fuck
I-
you hit me up for, bro? I said, "Look."
because like
I
we
told him,
had
I said,
talked
"Look,
here, like-
motherfucker, if you want to be a little bitch about it, that's fine. Or we can fucking squash that old bullshit
Right.
and move forward.
Right,
Because
right.
in the end, all that little shit don't really matter, nigga. Like
Hey,
it's
and you know-
it's how we progress from
Yeah,
that. And
that's how we progress from it. Because like I ain't gonna lie, I really was. I was salty still. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I was still salty.
I was
right?
like, you want to
But-
be a
but-
little bitch about it? That's fine. Go do you.
Hey,
You know what I
hey,
mean?
and
But
then he's like, but I'm gonna pull up.
yeah,
Where
I'm
you
gonna
at?
pull up and
And
you know what I mean.
he
You'll
did.
tell me that shit,
Right,
and then
Right,
it's
right.
whatever.
He
Like
pulled up, man, and the same thing like sitting here now, man. We sat and chopped it up, and he told me everything, how he felt back then, and then he told me how he felt presently. You know what I'm saying? And at the time of me balancing myself and finding my center, man, I needed to hear that. So
Right.
at that point, it was like, man, I got to come out of my shell. So I at that point had to start working myself back into the groove, right? And to me, man, it's like that 2-year period and before that shit, I took a reprieve. Like I hit because COVID and all that. You know what I'm saying? I caught the little fucking corona and shit like that.
Right.
Got sick but I mean, while away like that too, I had really a lifespan, bro. It's like I got to take his words and heed because it's like, what am I doing? It's like I put in this and I do that, but I'm still doing it because of a title.
Right,
And that's
right.
when it clicked to me, like everything that was, it's like my past came back and just bit me in the ass. And I'm like, but for a reason though, you know what I'm saying? So when that happened, my sound and my whole overall voice characteristics and my whole mannerism just started being different on its own. And I'm like, why? I start, you know what I mean? And you start feeling weird, but it's like, I got to get used to this.
Yeah.
I mean, but so
You're allowed to change.
right? And that's when the humbleness and the patience and the person you get now. So like, he asked me the other day. He's like, if you quit changing your goddamn name, be Gutta Blacc, right? So it's like, but again, he rang my bell to where it's like I thought about it because I created Black Luciano. As a replacement for Gutta, because Gutta was just out of. I mean, I had to kill him off. I had to do
Yeah.
something. The ego was getting too big, right? So I created Black Luciano, which Black Luciano was more of the organized. He gets pissed off, but he's not going to
Right.
be as violent. He's not going to go off. He's going to listen. He's going to be more remorse, right?
Right.
But at the same time, too, I can't give him life like he needs because at the same time, I have unfinished story over here, right? And that's the thing. And I sat down and I told my wife the other day, I was like, I really think about this. And when it comes to it, it's like, I have to bring Gutta back, no matter if people like him or not, because it's not a matter if they like me or not. It's about what I do that portrays the image of that. So it's like that first image is like, yeah, it's gonna stick, it's gonna stay, but at the same time too, man, look, I'm a whole better person. I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot more centered. Hey, man, life's a lot different. I'm not really so wound up or stressed out or nothing. And the music's live, and with me and him back together doing what we do, man, it's better than it's ever been before, but we can go further. And that's the thing. We push each other now. We encourage each other to have better lives and have things in life and be better people. And, man, it's so beautiful because at the end of the day, you don't have to look bad at nothing and regret nothing or just be sad because you're without or just in a place. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like what's coming up on the 21st of this November. Let me speak about that. It's a get-together gathering with the contribution towards giving. Right? The event's called Let's Eat.
That's right.
Is going to give back to the Amarillo community and the surrounding areas. The thing is, and I'm going to let Chris tell you here in a minute, the whole detail sketch, like, I don't mind it. I like the Monkey Boy, right? So like, this is one of the steps towards this event, and that's why I booked this, so is that we could all sit down and start doing this unity, camaraderie thing. Because, look, it's got to start somewhere, right?
Right.
And who not be the perfect poster boy than the baddest fucking person that was out, you know what I mean? Like, so at the same time too, man, I'm blessed that me and you got over and through everything, bro, and I love you to death. Sai, man, I man, to see you where you're at like that is crazy, but my nigga, it's live and a blessing too.
And one of the slept-ons, just like me, man.
One of the slept-ons,
you know, I didn't get into the studio really until about 2015.
Right.
So, and I'm 41 now, you know.
Right.
So that's not that long ago.
Exactly.
When you look at it overall, as far as some of the people that have been doing music for 20 years. Right. But I'm one of the ones who've always kept pushing.
I
got locked up.
Your talent.
I caught a charge in 2013. I mean, it started with 3 years paper and turned it into 10.
Look,
you know, we make our mistakes, but I've always bounced back from it.
That's why I encourage you, because look, if you were charging for what you do, right, my nigga, your cap would be out the world. But I mean, you do it out of the sheer love of not just yourself and others, for music and everything that it's about, bro. And that's what I love about you, bro, because you helped me find that again. And you know what, man, I don't give a damn what mood I'm in. If I'm pissed off or if I want to bang, I'll go to the sit down my keyboard, start making music, and just find my center. And
I think also too, like a lot, like we were talking about, like your characters and stuff, and like Almighty Sai is like a massive character. Like even Joby's like, sometimes she's like, why do you act that way, like on mic, and why do you act that way on pod and stuff? And it's like, because that's the character, like that's my person. Like I can be this person, and I've created this thing that people enjoy. And
but we have to learn on and off.
Yeah, we have to learn on and off thing.
Yes,
but
we can't be that all the time.
Like going back to like how people are, like, you know, when we're on stage and shit, like as a person looking out, like at the stage and stuff. Sometimes those characters that we have, like, are the reason people just forget about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how many fucking times I've done a show and I've been like not about it. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be here. I'm not feeling it.
Or it's like the whole day getting ready, you're just like
drowsy.
Just like, and then once you get there though, it's out. As soon as you get that stage, you can change the whole mood.
You know, you get there and then you're like, okay, I kind of feel it, and then you know,
because
you got your feeling, but then you look at the people that are there and you're like, they need to see what this is. They need to see that person, because they probably have worse things that they're dealing with that I don't know. And if I can show them and have them, like, make them have a good time, and do my thing, and
inspire them,
all of that shit just goes out the fucking door.
It does, because
they can chill for a few hours,
because
bro.
You're not looking at them to judge you, whether what you're doing for them off of what they're based on doing. You're doing it as a blessing or something for them to be able to say, like, you know what, you might need this tape. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Cryptonyte, I never told you this, but like, bro, when we do number one music and shit like that, the messages, man, I go back and, like, before.
Oh no,
bro, no. Like he was saying, look, this is one of my biggest things that I've worked on, and you're gonna be proud of me, because look, the criticism, what
Yeah,
people
dude.
think,
Yeah.
you know, whether they like you, whether it's going to be a hit or whatever. I applied that, and you know what? He's not wrong. I stopped looking at all that for that title and that acceptance and all that shit, right? And I accepted myself and what I was doing.
Right.
And the music I was putting out started getting, you know, recognition and shit like that. So the messages were coming, right? The mailbox and all the
Yeah,
subscribers and all that. Like
The
you know,
criticisms, the fucking
right, you know,
all the
anybody
comments.
anybody
Yeah,
that
Bomb City Cypher. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh,
but the
yeah,
Bomb
dude.
City 806
yeah, like,
Cypher.
anybody
Man,
that,
there was so many people. Who are all these
Yeah.
bums? They all just get. Oh, why y'all care about how
All
the fuck
that.
we were dressed?
Right.
It's
Right.
about the
It's
music.
about-
you know what I
right.
mean?
I-
And that
I
whole
never-
cipher was really to get our side
Right.
of the music out there
Right.
because
Right.
everybody knew certain individuals around here that are always in everything.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to bring the different
Everything
guys who really
different.
hadn't got to
Yes.
be a part of them.
right,
The
instead of same old
ciphers and
thing.
over the years and
Yep,
stuff, you
yep.
know what I mean, and bring
And-
a different side of it.
They
Like
talk about how Amarillo is a music city, and it is.
Yep.
it is, but
This is the thing. This is the thing that I'm kind of like starting to see. Amarillo is a music city, but there are people out there that are underground that do shows like this that are about the community. That if you don't fucking go, you're not gonna know that this is a music city.
Exactly.
There are shows every motherfucking weekend. Every weekend somewhere there's a show.
see, to me, that was kind of the problem around here too, because in the beginning, there was more like shows. Everybody would come together a little more, and be doing them maybe once a month, once every other month.
Right.
Well, everybody started realizing how easy it is to do shows. All of a sudden, you got 3 hip hop shows going the same night, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not big enough for that. You know what I mean?
Well,
It kills the crowd. I mean, you can.
And
you
this
gotta
might be a
push
hot
harder,
topic.
but-
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say something. This might be a little bit of a hot topic, and I don't know. This is my opinion though. When Amarillo does big shows, right? The shows that are big, people do go to, but what I have seen, I've only seen 2 people that are relative to this generation, and it's by a long shot. You know, and I'm not throwing shade to anybody, but Mexican OT and fucking Big X a Plug. Those are the only 2 relevant bigger artists that have been here in Amarillo by a skip, because Big X a Plug and Mexican OT
Paul
came
Wall
around.
Paul Wall
Yeah,
came.
but that's like
Well,
our generation.
but that's
though.
that's
He's
our
talking
generation.
about-
you're
About
talking
this
about.
gen.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
We've
by-
had plenty like Locksmith and
Oh,
Tech,
yeah,
and,
'cause,
but
I
that's
mean, I
all right.
remember when
He's
Trey
talking
and
about
all that
the
came, yeah, so
what's
yeah.
popping nowadays.
yeah,
like,
okay.
And they were what I'm gonna say when they were coming up, maybe like 2018,
Yeah.
2019
29,
was when they
somewhere
really
around there,
started
yeah,
popping off.
yeah.
So 2025, them coming to Amarillo is kind of like there's a little bit of a generational gap.
Right.
So going back to
Yeah,
Paul,
what we were
you know,
saying, right? Like Paul Wall and shit like that is going to be a different
they
gap.
are big and they need their fucking clout and their
Right,
fucking pain
right.
and shit. But who are we shooting this out for?
Right, correct.
Who are we? These shows and stuff. Like I'm not. Look, again, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to a fucking Paul Wall show.
Right.
I've been hearing his music since I was a fucking kid, bro.
Right,
Like,
right.
the experience, yeah, for sure, it's all cool. But we need to stay relevant, and I think that Amarillo was lacking that.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
yeah.
very much.
And then when you do, I hate to say it, but there's bad reputations
Right.
with
Right.
those who were putting on big shows or the
Oh, yeah.
places they were getting
Yeah.
put on.
Yeah.
Like I
'Cause it's
remember
scattered out.
when I started, man, I've always been about the charity thing.
Yes.
If it's a local show, I feel like there should be something given back.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first one that I did all on my own was about 2 months after I lost my dad to cancer. And I did a benefit for American Cancer Society. Well, the same night was when they had the Mozzie concert.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And I was really just capping, really. I got on Facebook because it was like a club vibe or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And those clubs out there, I hate to say it, but something's always going to pop off.
Oh, yeah,
You're gonna
they
have
always
some
had something
people
going
want to
down.
gangbang and be
Yeah.
on all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And I got on there just capping, you know what I mean? It's my first show all on my own.
Where the hell
Right.
y'all
And
at?
I'm like, well, shit, y'all could go to the Mozzie concert and pay $30 to get in,
Or y'all
and
can
probably
knock
deal with
stuff.
some drama and someone shooting by the end of the
Honestly,
night.
yep.
You know what I mean? Just capping to get
Yep.
people to come to mine.
Right,
Well,
right.
come to
They
find
showed
out,
up. They showed up.
Mozzie's cousin or something was with them,
Yeah.
and the cops came and ended up picking him up at
Picking
the
him
show.
up.
You
They
know what I mean?
did. He
And
didn't even get to perform.
Yeah,
They picked him
but-
up before he
Bro.
some
got
bullshit
performed.
went down, just like I
Yeah.
called. But the
Hey.
next day, I wake up to all these messages on Facebook and posts. People I didn't even know talking about,
Man.
well, it's kind of funny that this white boy who was throwing this show was saying all this bullshit,
and then
the Mozzie concert got shut
Yeah.
down.
What?
I wonder if he. Hold on a second, motherfuckers. I had way too much going on
Hey, they
to
put-
be
I did
worried
not
about
do
what
that
the
shit.
fuck y'all are doing
Yeah.
out here at the
I did
Mozzie
not do
show.
that
Like,
shit.
Hey.
That's crazy.
And I got on this big old, it was kind of dumb, but I got on this big old long rant for like 30 minutes the next morning, pissed
Yep.
off. Like,
Man.
first of all, fuck y'all the way you had it. Fuck Mozzie. Like, I don't care about none of that shit. I said I was doing it because for my dad.
Right,
To make my
right.
dad proud. I just lost him to cancer.
Yeah.
And man, I was on there capping, you know,
Yeah.
just to get people to come to my show.
And at that
But I
point-
was
You're
at
rage
that show.
baiting.
I did. Back then, I was to the point I had my own sound.
Yeah, he had
I was doing my
everything,
own
shit.
sound,
Right.
booking everybody,
Everybody.
performing, running
running the
music,
show,
you know what I mean?
everything like he, you know what I mean? Everything.
completely.
Complete,
So
yeah.
I don't got time to worry about what the
Right.
fuck y'all got going
And
on
also,
out there.
and also
Right?
going to that too is like, if you go to a local show like that, especially if you are looking for something to do on the fucking weekends
Yeah.
and stuff, most of the time, if not every fucking time, if you go to those shows, you're gonna see something new every time.
Something that you ain't
New
never seen
song,
before, or find
new
somebody-
something.
or be amazed by somebody that you never think would have that kind of talent or
Yeah.
mission and be like blown away. Because I mean, I myself lately have been that way. Is like you could see somebody up there and from the books you'd be like, oh, okay, that's just like an ordinary person, right? And then sets go up, and then once you're roaming around like we do as artists, right, backstage or whatever. We don't really notice people like that until they're on stage, where because it's like you're in my section now. What are you doing up here? So when it's like that, you start paying attention. But when it's like we're in the crowd to them, it's like you just said a while ago. Maybe this person needs this, or for whatever reason, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? So,
right.
I mean, give props because like your compadre, 806 Chino, right?
Yeah.
My nigga, when I seen his performance, like, man, I mean, everybody has their tighten up spots. We could all
Right,
use work
right.
somewhere, whatever. But no criticism. Shout out Chino, right?
Yeah, Chino's
At the same time, too, my nigga blew me away because I was like, whoa, like, okay, so, and it's crazy because it's like we were saying, like we've been talking about, the weirdest way to find the most famous people or talented people or creative people or whatever the hell you see are the ones that aren't known really
Right.
fucking out there like that don't make that.
Yeah, like let's say this last Sunday I did a show at Starlight, the Slowboat Ranch or whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't know, and I knew that I showed up.
Right.
And I was gonna do some DJ shit. That's all I knew. And I had a homeboy named Starfish. Shout out Starfish, man. He's a cool motherfucker. He does the craziest fucking music on his little mini pad, bro. Like he's out there, bro. Like his music's like.
Hey, it's crazy how they do
Yeah,
today's music on
it's
the
wild.
little-
It's wild
on
shit.
iPads
He
and
does it like legit, like on the spot. He does all of his beats, all that shit, like right there on the deck. Boom. I'm like, dude, that's wild. It's been taking me like years to fucking do little knob shit on some fucking DJ shit, right?
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, because I mean, I got the little keyboard and I got
Yeah.
the little beat machine, but it's like I put it to the side. Like I don't really fuck with it too much. And I
Right.
tell him all the time, like if he wants to, like I don't give a damn. Take and use it, fuck with it. But he don't. But like that because we're more viral, we're more lyrical. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right. I'll
with
make
that-
a beat, I'll play with that shit,
Right,
and then
you know
I'll
what
do
I'm
the
saying?
lyrics, and then
Because-
And I've never had the patience for beats really, and I think that comes from the fact, like in the beginning, fuck, there was 7 or 8 of us.
Yeah.
So I
Right,
was
right.
recording everybody,
Back to
you
back,
know what I
like,
mean?
yeah.
And doing my own
And-
stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like
And when you
there
have
was no time to sit down
No.
and mess with stuff besides mixing someone else's verse
Right.
down for a
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because we'd have to put it in sessions because it would all fall underneath the two categories of like horrorcore rap and then rap itself, right? But they're not all going to be similar kinds of songs. You
Yeah.
got
It's
one.
like me and Lyric.
Well, I know.
I
You
mean,
need,
we're
like a designated DJ
at
for
my
that shit.
my first show, that one for the
Mm-hmm.
cancer benefit, I dropped my mixtape and Lyrics mixtape, which I had helped him record that whole thing, and they were both like 22, 23
22
songs.
songs.
Holy shit.
You know, he didn't.
Hey,
Yeah, you're
that
doing
was
like
just
almost
two
50
of
songs.
that was just 2 of us out of the 8 people that
And
Right.
now
I
6 or 8
I
people that
the
was
most
messing with
featured
me.
on all of their fucking projects with them and shit.
And,
So
yo,
you can
that's just
imagine
how much
all
we
the
were.
songs we were
That's
putting
how
out,
much
like,
we were just boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
the
boom, boom, boom,
fucking
boom,
memory
boom.
on this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Bro, like he tried to recover it a couple months back when he got out. He said, "Bro, I couldn't even get all that shit because it was so. I mean, you have to imagine like the content and shit, like what we've done throughout the years or
Right.
whatever. It's like if we could have all those masters and all that catalog now, god damn, we'd be standing on more than business. But at the same time, too, ahead of our time. We weren't.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be at the pace it was. It was the learning curves. It was the shit we had
Yep.
to go through. It was
Yep.
the trials and tribulations. So like I say again, man, I don't regret none of it. I really don't. And I say that wholeheartedly and honestly, right? Because if I didn't go through the adversity and all that shit, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, I thank you again, man. And I thank both of y'all because at the same time too, man, I don't look at it no more like I'm just a person inside this with a bunch of people. I look at it like, hey, we all do this for the same reason, for the same cause. So we all love the same parent. We all have the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's camaraderie. It's not about
Bro,
what
if
it
this
is.
white ass fucking ginger bearded fuck can come on a camera with like some janky ass fucking recording shit. I mean, this is a drum mic, bro. Like, I'm using a drum mic. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? If I can do this shit like that,
Like-
that's my whole motive for all the shit that I do. If I can do this shit, bro, on some like $50 shit,
It
you
don't
can too.
take
It
much.
doesn't even take $50. You can just have a homie that has like some mics in his fucking garage that
That's
he doesn't use no
it.
more. Bro, let me have them.
No, I got you.
Let me
Hey,
have those. You're not using them, bro.
Hustle and Flow
You
was
know?
one of the legend movies of our career to ever like say it. Whenever he brought that little Casio keyboard, and we all used to have one.
Yeah, like I said, I started us 3 or
Yes.
4 deep
Yes.
on the end of my bed,
Yep.
running
Yep.
the laptop
Yep.
right here off my dresser, and
And
enough
from there.
a little 2-foot space for someone to stand and record verses. And
Yep.
now, you know, I got a full studio
Yeah.
in my house. Like,
And now I got a full studio in my house, like so it's like that all that and like you were saying, like because we've been there too. Somebody, hey, wake up! I'm trying to do this verse or come mix
Right.
this or something. You know what I'm saying? but that's the adversity that we put up with what we choose
Yeah.
to do in life. And you know what? In order to get the great talent that you get out of us and the creativity that we put out, it's magic, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking magic because
And fuck all that shit. When it comes down to it, because I've done shows like this too. When it comes down to it, and I have like a few people there, and they have their fucking kid come or whatever,
Yeah.
or their younger brother or their younger sister or
Let 'em
whatever,
in.
and they're fucking and I'm jamming out and they're bumping to that. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
I give a fuck about that kid.
Yes,
because
exactly.
they're the ones that are gonna see
Mimic
this shit
and take
be
it,
like,
yes.
if like I said, if I could do it, I can do it too.
right.
Or if he could do it, I can
said
fucking do that
I
shit too.
used to love knowing the certain individuals, whether they gave me my props or not. It really I got past that and just knowing that, man, I put him in there the
Right.
first time and now he's
Yeah.
doing some bigger shit.
Right.
Or I put him on his first show. Now the motherfucker stay doing shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a lot of joy out of
This
just
goes
being
like
that person.
that kind of shit goes down like way far down with me because I've been on stage since I was 6 years old because I was in a praise and worship team, and it was a small, Fremont was the smallest town, but
Yeah.
I played the drums, bro, and I was 6. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I was like 12, 13. I started like seeing like people actually gave a fuck.
Because
you know?
remember the First Baptist Church we had youth, remember?
Yeah.
And then like I went to youth. I ain't gonna lie, there's no shame in it. And you know what? We used to do the little skit where Satan and Jesus all that, right?
Oh, right,
And,
right.
and like I got to be the devil or whatever, but like it was the stage presence, the performance because we got
Right.
to perform it in front of the service and stuff like that at the assemblies. Remember?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the lock-ins and stuff. So it's like. But I still to this day I'm not gonna lie, I probably forever, but like my nerves get real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm the dude. I won't take a drink or I'll drink after I perform because I don't want to be too far out because when I've done it, man, I don't.
I'll take a
remember
drink when
verses.
I.
No,
Still don't remember your verse.
Shut your head. And at the same time too, like there's a lot of things in areas like I've myself still get nervous and still got to work on. But hey, like you were saying,
Bro, on some nervous shit, bro. That's what I was gonna say. 12, 13 years old. I was this kid
on stage.
doing my own shit. I was like trying to find myself, listening to fucking Korn and fucking Slipknot. I was like this rockhead kid, goth, and I would go to church, I had a mohawk. I dyed it blue. I was a badass. I was a badass fucking kid, dude. The church didn't like it. I was like, fuck y'all. Like, I'm playing the drums for Jesus. Jesus said this is fine, so y'all can go fuck yourself. I don't know. But I remember, dude, and this is what kind of like got me to be like, you know what? If I change somebody that's just the one person, if that would change my whole year. If it's just one person, I don't give a fuck. There was this family, bro, and it was this kid. He had some shit going on up there. You know what I'm saying? He had some disabilities, whatever. But he was there every fucking Sunday, and his dad was the same. I don't know what the fuck, and I might get emotional with this shit because it's like really kind of like molded me as like who I am in my music and stuff. But I remember one fucking Sunday, bro, they walked in, and that kid and his fucking dad on some like no bullshit shaved their fucking head into a mohawk, and I was like, hey, you know, I was 12, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, hey, I got y'all's haircut like me, and they're like, yeah, because my kid wants to be like you, bro. That shit fucking tore me up. As a 12-year-old kid, some kid that I don't even know about. I'm still growing up. I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck I am.
Right.
To change, to mold somebody's brain to be like, you know what? If he could do that shit too, I can.
Right.
That shit fucked me up, and that's why like I do this pod. That's why I do all my music and shit, because like there's this one fucking person that's like, if he can fucking do it, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure do it tomorrow.
I'm sure I love that, man.
That's
like
inspiration.
Like I haven't even dropped it on YouTube yet. It's only on Facebook. But my Echoes video,
Yeah.
I dropped it on Christmas Day. I guess it's been about 3 or 4 years now,
something like that.
and I had people that I didn't even know hit me up and said, "Man, you helped me make it through today." Like I wasn't with my kids and I was going through it, and hearing that song made my whole day better.
Because it pays when you hear somebody just and they don't even have to be doing music or nothing. Just out of the blue, be like, man, I play your. I hear it all the time on my message box, man. I put on your music just so I can deal or like, man, I listen. I mean, I just came across your shit, man. You did it, and it's so crazy, man. Because like you were saying, Cryptonyte is like, we sit and think, man, this is gonna be a dope ass song, blah blah blah. And you know, we put out things gonna, and then a whole song that
you know
just,
me though. I've got those. I got the like hardcore. I've got the dark stuff. I've got the club stuff.
But I mean,
but everybody's always told me that serious stuff is where it's
at.
Like,
yes,
touch people with it, like
because
Ivy always talks about. She's like, man, I love Dear Anxiety. Dear Anxiety is probably like my most darkest song. And he's like, man, I bump that shit all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a chance that we get in. I mean, I think all three of us agree is like when we get in those modes like that, it's like a trance. We get in a zone to where we focus on what we're talking and telling about, and we get so serious about it. It's like, I'm not going to give you this mumbo jumbo skipping across or just half-ass shit.
Right.
I'm going to give you exactly what I'm feeling through lyrics, and it's like,
man,
man,
it's like, and there's been certain crazy situations. I remember I had one song called "Tale of a Man," and it was about losing my dad.
Right.
At that time, me and Resurrect were beefing.
Oh.
Yeah. But there was no one else. Like he had just went through that of losing his mom.
Oh, right.
And I was just like, man, no one else is gonna know where I'm coming from on this. You know, I need this. So I hit him up, and I said, look, fool, I know we're beefing, whatever. I want you on this track because you're one of the few that can rate. If not, it's whatever. But
right.
Here it is. And he said, do you know what today is?
Oh.
He said, it's the 3-year anniversary of my mom passing.
Fuck.
And out of all days, you would send me that track to
right.
jump on. Like, you know, it was just certain stuff like that.
Yeah. And you know, we talk about like beef and stuff. This comes from like beef of like working and like basically almost living together type beef. This isn't like beef of being like
these were beefs of just butting heads, bro.
Yeah,
really,
this is like beef of like,
Joe. I mean, and you know, Resurrect's still like my brother. I still,
right.
you know, I still go kick it with him.
Shout out Resurrect.
But man, he is a hard-headed motherfucker.
Yeah, he
always has been.
He's very
one
stubborn,
of
but
the hardest.
He was one of the,
know.
you know, he's been one of the illest around here.
Yeah, he's been that.
I think it was not this one, not the Bomb City 10, but I think it was Bomb City 9 and Bomb City 8. He did the show at Zombies and shit, and he was like, I think it was like my first Bomb City I ever did. I think it was Bomb City 8 that I did with, and I was excited because like that was my first time I ever did Bomb City and shit. And he was having some trouble with like the sound or something. I think it was the first time I ever met you. I think it was the first Bomb City I ever met you.
Like, oh God, y'all should have waited for me.
But I did it, and I was hella excited and shit. And Resurrect was like, and this is the first time like me meeting Resurrect as like for a full show. I knew about him, but I didn't know like the severity of what like his life was and like what he's been going through.
Right.
You
You didn't know his story until you got around.
And so he got there, and I was like, he was like, sorry, I was late, bro. I had to scoot over here. And I was like, what do you mean scoot over here? He goes, yeah, from my house, I scooted my ass all the way. I was like, on some shit, like I could have picked you up. We could have figured something out, bro. He goes, nah, bro, like it's all good. Like it's not your problem. I'm like, stop being. I told him, I was like, you're fucking hard headed as fuck, dude.
He is.
Fuck.
I was like, you motherfucker.
That's what most of it ain't been really. I mean, it is about stupid shit most of the time, really. But it's not in the same way. It's
Right.
It's a different level of like.
Right. It's
just clashing, wanting to.
They're butting
him,
heads.
He's so used to being the boss, and
right,
running that whole label for so many years, and having people, you know what I mean, do him dirty or whatever.
Torch, you know what I'm saying?
He just got that cockiness and like.
He's got callous on him.
Yeah, he's got that cockiness and just hard-headedness to where he feels like if he's not in that position of leading everything, it's gonna go wrong.
Right.
And when I fucking started, you know what I mean, getting on that level too, it was just butting heads too much because he's so stuck in his ways, and then
like, bro, just
I
chill
get
out.
stuck in
We
like
got this.
being on the outside looking in for so long that okay, I seen what works, I seen what need to be improved on, I seen, you know what I mean, and we just
it came to the point of saying to him,
heads to where I was like, okay, I need to just step the fuck back and do my own thing
scattered,
for a while.
right? And you know, to the day, it's like, you know, when you're trying to associate yourself or still be a part of or still camaraderie, right? Feelings are still a little tarnished and shit or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, like for the most part, Joe's Joe always. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love Joe to death, man. That fool, he's so stubborn that he just but he still won't listen. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's one of those people like he's a pivotal point to it because you know what I'm saying? Like I say it all the time around Chris and shit like that. Like I wasn't a part of Worlds Collide, but I was there when they existed and they were doing their thing. And I like rest in peace.
See, I was in
Reggie,
the
man.
beginning to where I remember when I first met Resurrect.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, it almost made me want to quit rapping. I'm dead serious because, you know, my sister kind of talked me up. I grew up here. I moved away for about 10 years, and then I moved back. And that was like my little sister's homies. You know what I mean?
Right,
they're all,
right.
most of them are like the next generation down, 4
Right.
or 5 years. And, bro, when I first heard him, I was like, God damn, like, I ain't got shit on this nigga. Like, he is a monster, bro. Like,
I got some work to do.
yeah, but in the beginning, and he used to hate it because I started looking at him as competition, even though we were in the same label.
Yeah.
Because everybody know Resurrect gonna kill it,
You always want you always
and I
wanted
wanted him to be like,
best.
Right.
okay, yeah, Resi killed that, but damn, Cryptonyte fucking killed him on that shit. You know what I mean? And I started looking at it like that, like, especially when I started getting into doing my own tracks more.
Yes.
Because at first I was like, I went by DJ Dub K.
Oh yeah.
And the whole idea was me be on a couple tracks, but try to put all these collabs together. Well, I just ended up being on more and more songs to the point he was like, fuck the DJ Dub K.
And right.
It's time to show him who Cryptonyte is. You know what I
Right,
mean? And I've
right.
always went by Cryptonyte, but that was just my thing with them. But I'd be like, man, hold on. You ain't about to kill me on my own tracks. Boy, you gonna be fucked up. You know
That's what he be doing to me. So I was like, what the hell? But it's more of a evolving because Joe is so good at what he does and shit like that. He forgets that he's still needed as much as we're still needed to him, you know, and vice versa. So it's like somebody's got to be the bigger person, or somebody's got to like let the leverage go, or somebody's got to get over something. And it's like on this part, all things are forgiven, right? But like Joe's still, it's all forgiven, but he'll paint like another picture over it just so it doesn't exist, type shit. So it's like, like until then, bro. I mean, I don't know in this world how you can really change a person's mind or experience like that. I think they have to really feel it themselves
Well, it's
to a
just
point.
everybody has to evolve in
Yeah.
their own
Right.
way when it
Right.
comes down to it, you know.
Like I said, just talking it out,
I
bro.
said off
Right.
top has been through so many people, and so many people kind of went their own ways from it. But I've never had no bad blood about
No.
anybody
Right.
doing that.
Right.
Because I mean, in a way, I fucked up over the years. You know what I mean? I would get off on my chips and get fucked
Everybody,
off. And, you know what I mean?
yeah.
End up locked up, and
Right.
just when we started getting some movement. And then boom, I'm
Boom.
locked up, and everybody's kind of like, "Whoa, fuck, what
Right.
do we do now?"
Right.
So
And-
they
Well,
start
I
doing
you know,
their
like,
thing, like,
going back to like that beef, like I might have a little beef with some shit.
No, you won't.
Cause like, bro, like I don't know, bro. It kind of rubbed me at that show. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I was like, I had all of y'all on pod. I mean, every show that I had, at least I y'all were there, and it's like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do for y'all to like talk about me in a certain way?
bro, it's just like that, man. That's what I was saying earlier about. It's so hard for certain groups and people because they've been around longer, and I give them all props for that. You know what I mean? Because some of the originals, they were the ones that started the
Right.
hip hop movement here and stuff.
Yeah,
But that old get to a point like, oh well, you know what I mean? They're kind of new. They ain't fucking with us. When really, you know,
Like,
we're just as lyrical
as anybody
and pushing
else.
just
Yeah,
as
as
hard as
anybody
any of
else.
them ever have. Like
also,
and-
like, shout out to Resurrect's daughter that at the Bomb City 10, because she was like doing the computer shit, and like she's like pretty young, and I was like, hell yeah, bro, like, you know, it like we were just talking about, like, it melting down into like, you know, I see that and I want to be like that and shit, and it was cool being like, oh, some young head fucking DJing or you know, playing
see,
the
like
song.
me,
It fucking matters, bro.
When I started out security with them for Worlds Collide. Me and my brother-in-law at the time, Devin White.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting locked in. He was the one who would like run the sets at the shows.
Oh, right.
Yep.
And then he got locked up. So I kind of stepped in doing that. That's what started the whole DJ Dub K thing. But then Reggie kind of brought it up because I was coming with some cool tracks. And he said, man, do you like being the DJ or do you want to be a rapper?
Right.
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 I said, well, first off, like, it would be different being the DJ if we had DJ equipment.
Right.
I'm not doing nothing but plugging a flash drive in and hitting
the
play.
button. That's
You know
it.
what I mean? That's not really a DJ. A DJ's up here mixing, you know what I
Right.
mean?
You're a radio receptionist.
And I said, you know, I think it's time to show them who
Yeah.
Cryptonyte is.
It's time to have
Yeah,
you
it's time
on
for
the
you
mic.
to do
In
what
fact,
you
my
do.
first mixtape, the very end of it, we killed DJ Dub K.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Flatland
And,
Takeover.
after that, you know, it was straight Cryptonyte. But
Hell yeah. I kind of want to like step into the show that we have on the 21st,
yeah,
and I kind of want to talk about like where that evolved and what we're trying to do, and if I'm sure we're going to continue because we did it last year, and that was at Zombies, right?
yes.
So we're doing it this year. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so like I was talking about earlier, ever since the beginning, I've been real big on the charity thing. Very first one I did was a cancer benefit for my dad. Shortly after I did one, there was a young lady who had a confrontation with her boyfriend at one of the bars or something.
Oh yeah.
I think her name was Holly something. I can't remember her name exactly.
And the bouncer. We're talking about the bouncer. Are you talking about the one about the bouncer and shit, or is
I'm
this
not
a
sure.
completely different one?
I think that her boyfriend got into it. He ended up stabbing her or something.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what I mean? I don't know. I can't remember the exact deal. It's been a few years, but all of the bars knew her. You know what I mean? And I've always been real good with Lisa, who runs Zombies.
Right.
And I said, hey, I want to do a benefit, and anything I get, just give to her family to help for it. You know what I mean? So I did that. And what's some of the other charities I've done?
What was the bro?
Anyway, so I've always been about, like, to me, if we're doing a local show,
Give back.
there's no reason not to give back.
Right.
And so last year, since I've got out, I've been more focused on getting my company running.
Yep.
And I haven't just been doing as many shows as I used to before I got locked up. Well, last year I decided to do the Thanksgiving thing. Because, there is people who have had their big events for certain times
Right.
of the year that stuck out. Like, I remember Jay Peso.
Yep.
One of
Yep.
his big events
Yep.
was the Easter egg thing
Yep,
every
the
year.
Easter egg thing. Yeah.
I think it was 3CP. I think
Yeah,
who
it was
did the
3CP.
like backpack jive
Yes, they did the
every year,
backpack
like
jive,
in
yep.
August and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought about the Thanksgiving thing,
Mm-hmm.
and my idea with it was, to find families in need, and everybody does the meals that are already cooked.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere
Right.
and get a
They
meal
get
that's already
pre-made
cooked
meals,
for
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
right.
But to me, some of the memories that people get from Thanksgiving, like I remember back in the day before, like my grandma passed and my family was really closer.
Tradition.
Some of that joy and tradition comes from you being in there cooking with your
Yeah,
family. You know what I
right.
mean? You got all your aunties or whatever, and you're cooking the food.
Right.
Right.
That's part of it, because Thanksgiving, it takes an hour to eat
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Right,
You know what I mean?
because you know what I'm saying?
But
You got your
depending
family.
on what you're doing, it might
It's
take
unity,
you 2
yeah.
days to
Camaraderie,
make it all.
right.
You know, so that's I decided, instead of doing like the meals that are already cooked, to get everything together for the meals.
4 meals to give.
And last year, so speaking of, we'll go ahead and plug it. Do you have that flyer?
Yeah, it's actually over there.
Okay, let me grab. So on the 21st, which is the Friday before Thanksgiving, we got the second annual Let's Eat. So I started it last year, man, and it went pretty good. I ended up giving away 2 full dinners. This year, I want to make it 10.
Dude, you know what's crazy that you say that? I literally have been telling everybody that I've been doing this show, I was like, we're trying to hit 10. I don't even know why, because we haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it that night. Remember,
That
when
night.
we shot, when we
mentioned
shot
it,
10 in
but-
the air. So like when we shot 10 in the air, apparently 10 was the number that got chose. So 'cause
Okay.
that's what we've all been.
So
on
it was
since,
like manifested, because
Yeah.
I literally been saying, like, we're
And-
trying to feed 10.
Yeah, and so last year I bought the turkeys, and then every artist that wanted to perform, I had, okay, you buy desserts,
Right.
you buy sides. I'm doing the same thing this year. And this year I feel like I'm still building it, but I started my own business over the last year.
Okay.
So I got Off Top Productions, the music,
Yeah.
and then I have Off the Top Lawn Care,
Oh,
and I'm contracted through the city.
right on.
And I feel like it's going good enough that I feel blessed enough that within these next few weeks, I myself am gonna try to buy 10 turkeys.
Okay.
And then however many meals we build to them
To them, yeah.
is what it comes out. And even if we don't get every meal, then I'll have them turkeys to give out. And so what I did last year is I made a post on Amarillo Buy Sell Trade. Actually, like 3 or 4 of them. And no kidding, after 5 minutes, bro, I had to go back on Facebook and completely delete my post
Yep.
because I put my number and information on there,
Yep.
and my phone
Was blowing up.
Blowing
ting. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. So
So I kind of went through them,
Right.
and I would kind of, I'm not gonna lie, look through some people's profiles, and,
Right.
because I know the hooligans, and I know,
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah, you
I
know,
know the
yeah.
riffraff. I've been in all that
Right, we
shit.
live
You know
here,
what I mean?
so it's a
I stay
community.
the fuck out of the way now.
right.
But I have been involved in that. So, man, if I seen it was someone who might not deserve it,
Yeah,
that are just,
I mean,
you know what I mean, lazy and not doing what they need to do.
You won't.
I was looking for people who really needed
Like,
the help.
honestly deserve and truly
And
could use it.
I had one lady hit me up. Her granddaughters had just moved back from Colorado because her dad was in the wreck. He was paraplegic. They were having to take care of him. None of their food stamps had went through yet or
Right.
nothing. And so that was my first pick. And then I had a handful of others, and I talked to probably about 15, 20 people.
Right.
And I said, look, so I have the main couple that I picked. If we get more than that, like, I'm going to keep you in mind. And it was hard, bro. That was hard on me.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
it felt good,
Right.
but it was also hard to tell people, like, hey, man, if I'm
Yeah.
able to help you, you know
I'll
what I
let you
mean?
know.
Because
Yeah.
it made me want to help
Everybody.
That's why I'm pushing for
everybody.
10 this year.
Because it's
Because that feeling of, man, I might be able to help you, but I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That kind of hurt me in the same respect.
No, 100%.
But I picked that the granddaughters who'd moved, and then there was a single mom in Hamlet who had 6 kids. All of them.
Man.
I think maybe the oldest one 10, 12,
bro,
you know,
under
baby
10,
babies.
6 of them?
6 of them.
God
And so
damn.
that was my other choice. And, man, to see the look on them. And at this time last year, I was struggling myself a little bit. You know, I'm still kind of going through a battle with my house and stuff.
Right.
But I was struggling. But, man, that felt so good the next day after the show when I went and dropped them dinners off to them people. And, you know, the granddaughters felt so blessed because, like I said, they were dealing with all that with their dad.
Right.
And the single mom, she had all the kids come out to help me. And
Nice.
they all come out and, thank you, sir, thank
Wow.
you. And, man, that, like, touched me, bro, big
Right.
time.
Oh, we will be eating Thanksgiving together on the 21st.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and
I mean,
so-
as far as us and giving it away, but I mean, like,
So with how it went, man, I want to turn this into an annual thing. This year, like I said, I've been real busy working, but I still got a few weeks to push.
Right.
But
right.
more and more as it goes, I've been trying to get these connects. And I still am possibly trying to get on the news. You know what I
Okay.
mean? In the next week or two.
if anybody can shout
Because
out
they
to
were
get to
doing
the
them
news.
little local
Yeah, for real.
showcases. You know what I mean? So I
Hey,
feel
all we
like
gotta
why
do is take
not
flyers up there, though.
put someone that is actually trying to do something.
Yeah.
And I want to turn it into 10 this year, man.
Okay.
And so it's all ages. The venue, I used to do everything as zombies, man. Lisa is a very good person. She basically gave me any day. I used to be so good with her,
Shout
I
out
could call her and
Lisa,
say, Lisa, you got anything going on this date?
Tomorrow. You got anything going
Yeah,
on
well,
in
she-
an hour?
You know,
She
most of the
supports.
time I would do it. And I've actually did that.
Yeah.
There was a show that happened, and we won't mention who it was, but the sound was trash. The breakers
Yeah.
kept shutting off.
Shooting out and everything.
I went over to Zombies and said, hey, look, I know this is last minute, but can we please come over here and do
Yep.
our show? Because this is going to piss me off over here. Like,
Right.
And
Right.
she did.
and she would give me, I could call her up, hey, you got this date open? Yeah. Okay, put me down. I'm doing a show.
Right.
But I talked to Atomic Yellow, and Jared used to run the Rec Room,
Oh.
which is where that's where I did my first shows with Worlds Collide and stuff.
Word.
And they say, you know, we ain't been getting the biggest turnouts for the hip hop shows. What do you think about doing a half rock and half rap? And I said, I'm down. Them are some of the funnest shows I've done.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because, you know, I'm not one of these rappers that's steady on some bitches and hoes and
Right.
dumb
Right.
shit. You know what I mean? Like, and so I have a real good time at them half rock, half rap. But
Yeah.
and they said, look, we do that. You know, Jared will book half the rap or the rock. You book the rap. And they said we won't charge you for the venue.
Word.
Yeah.
And so that's a blessing in itself.
Right.
Because
Right.
it said because of what you're doing, we just want to be part of it. But we think
Good.
if you would let us book, you know what I mean, do it a rock too, I think that'll bring that much more of a crowd in.
Right.
Right.
And so November 21st at the Atomic Yellow in the Sunset Underground on Plains Boulevard. It's going to be $10 at the door or a $5 Walmart gift card.
And that's a fucking deal, bro.
Because
yeah,
I'm
that's a
trying
sweet
to
deal.
convince more people to go get the gift cards.
Right. Right.
Which be on the lookout. I may even go buy some, and that kind of be a little push.
Right.
Find these here. You know what I mean? Around
like
the
a little
city,
scavenger
put,
hunt
Yeah,
type
like
thing.
this
put
is
a-
your
drop
ticket
'em.
to the show too,
Yeah.
and find these here, and there's your free ticket to the show.
Yep.
Wow.
But I encourage people to get the Walmart gift cards because my goal with those is however many I could get, I'm going to divide them up. And every dinner we give out, I mean, I don't care if it's enough to do $10 with every dinner. You know,
Right.
whatever,
Just
Something
whatever
they can
amount
give a
we
little
get.
extra for
I'm going
themselves.
to take
like-
those gift cards and put them with each dinner.
Right.
So not
Hopefully
only
it's
do you
20,
get it,
30
yeah.
bucks. So, okay, they need butter. Or, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I
They
mean,
need a
you
pan
know,
to
yeah.
cook the
Dude,
turkey.
a dinner and $5 worth of gas, I call it a day. That shit.
Oh, I
that
mean,
shit
yeah,
tight,
yeah,
I,
you
mean,
know,
I would say
like
for
for
stuff
whatever.
that they need with the dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
They may need,
for
you know what I mean,
dinners,
butter,
bro.
seasoning, whatever they
Yeah.
might need. Here you go. So you'll be
Right,
able to
right.
get
I
it,
mean,
you know?
the food and a little bit of cash. I mean, just
Yeah.
like it goes the same way.
And
so,
you
I mean,
you are repeating. You was on the first one, correct?
Yep. I was on the first one.
TWF Joel. I just talked to him today, as a matter of fact. He was on the last one.
Yep.
He's gonna be on this one.
Hell yeah.
Angela, I can't remember if she was on the last one.
Angela was not on the
Okay.
last one.
But she was on a couple of my shows around
Yeah.
there. But she's
yeah. Shout out to Angela. I haven't seen her in a while.
Angela's gonna be on the show.
I know
talk to
that
her.
this year was pretty rough on her too. This year.
Yeah, 806 Chino.
Oh, Chino's on that.
yeah,
All of our top, man. I'm gonna have to kind of
ruffle some feathers.
reduce us a little bit. You know, it's kind
I
of
mean,
tough
yeah.
for us all to get our
get
own
on,
set
but,
because
yeah.
it'd be freaking 4 hours just us.
right. Right.
But I mean, it'll definitely be
Something that'll be
appearances
entertaining.
from all of our top
Oh
men.
yeah, that'd be
Got a
sick.
Blacc,
Yeah.
probably
'Cause I don't think
EJ.
I don't think I've met all.
Well, I mean,
top.
that's our top is really kind of me nowadays in
Pretty
a way.
much, pretty much.
I mean,
Well,
everybody.
I mean,
There's still people that are off top, but it's just not. I'm not just pushing the whole group thing anymore. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you fuck with our top, you are our top.
Yeah.
If
and
not,
that brings
okay,
me back
but
to
why,
my
you know what I
point
mean? I'm not
why we
gonna
brought
cry
Gutta
no
Blacc.
tears. Like,
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when we had that conversation a couple weeks back, he told me this, and then it's like, so putting the thought process to it, it's like, I told him too. So you know what? I myself am not killing my label or putting my label to the back burner or nothing like that. But there's not going to be no diversity towards
said
our
our
Black
top-
Cash.
our top
and-
was a
you know what I mean?
conglomerate. Everybody was still on the original, but-
So yeah, from here to whatever until Black Cash does arise again or whatever like that, it's not dead. It's not. out of
Gutta's
the way, but
always
it's-
rep.
I'm always off top. You know what I'm
EJ's
saying?
off top. The Don Flesh Eater. I don't know
The
if you
Don
know the
Flesh Eater. Shout out EJ.
You know what's
Um,
crazy? I've heard that name, but I don't think I've seen the face on that one.
Oh, he looks like a
He's a big boy like you, just Mexican.
he looks like Kung Fu Panda, bro, with a beard.
Alamo, my boy Alamo,
Alamo, yeah, Alamo.
Son Rodriguez. He has been off top since the beginning. He's
Oh,
always
shit.
respected what I did. You know what I mean? Who am I missing? Oh, Christian Hatchet.
Yeah, Hatchet.
Oh, Hatchet. Yeah.
The Hatchet stay doing stuff, man, and I fucked with him since he started.
I fuck with him.
And,
I don't think.
Hatch.
Well, no, I've done probably 1 or 2 shows with him.
So,
Or
yeah,
been
we got
around. You know, I haven't done like a show with him, but
TWF
I've
Joe, off
Joe.
top, Cryptonyte, Almighty Side Course, 806 Chino,
seen- Yeah.
Angela Cordova. I think it's Cordova. ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another after the show for the rock show
And
will be to be
there may
announced.
be 1 or 2 more in the mix. And then this week I should know a little bit more about the rock groups that are going to be on it. But, man, I said it felt so good last year to do that, even when I was struggling.
Right.
To do that, man, just touched me, bro. And this will get bigger and bigger every year. Period.
like a while ago, like I popped in, but like I kind of want to have it to where we do have a meal to where all the artists that do come and whatever, like even the rock band, all of us have a meal together. Be thankful for that day
Right.
too, regardless of what happens. Like for ourselves, though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's one thing to give back, and that's the best thing. But like, I love the whole spirit thing of it because we're into the holidays, right? Much less anymore in the last couple of years. It's never felt really holiday-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been kinda dark.
And actually, for the first time in a couple of years, my nigga, like me, myself, really, I love Christmas. I love the holidays. Who don't love getting shit, spending money, right? But
Yeah.
I kind of got that spirit now, man. And you know what? With the way life is and feeling the way I feel, man, I mean, let's just be blessed. Let's eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's eat.
Yeah, so, man, next couple weeks. And also, I want to put it out there, man. If anybody wants to do any kind of donations, food-wise,
We
gift cards,
speaking of, I don't know if I've told you. I'll tell you this right now. At my work, I put a box. I put a
donation thing?
donation
Yeah.
box out there.
awesome.
So I you know it was like,
Christian was
one
actually
up
talking
here
about
for one,
doing
too.
that too. So
yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. If you want to bring that $5 gift card and some fucking cans of food that you don't fucking need in your fucking house, bring them.
Well,
Yeah.
how about this? bring them to the Idle Art Gallery.
Right. Okay.
Get a hold of site. You know what I'm saying? We'll just have all the drop-offs. Do it
Yeah,
here.
site,
You know
or-
what I'm saying? Have site.
And,
you know,
and
that
then
the day with
also
all that, we
put,
all get
it's even
together.
on the flyer. Yeah, I put it on the flyer even. Even if you're not coming, man, if you want to shoot $1 to my Cash App
Right.
to put
yeah.
in, because that could be, say I only get the donations for 2 meals. Well, if I make a little extra donation money on top, I'll go myself and buy all them sides and stuff for it. Because I really, really want to push for 10, man. That is my
Right.
goal. I feel blessed
we gonna
enough
get
that
10,
I'm
trust
going to
me.
get the 10 turkeys no matter what I need to do for it.
Man, you know I'm in. All in.
What comes from there, but if I could hit the double digits, man, that would be amazing.
Right.
Like,
That would be sick. I used to do that for my old job. I was a furniture delivery guy, but we used to every Thanksgiving we used to figure out like who was less fortunate in Freona,
Right.
and we would
Try to
fucking
help
just
them
get
out,
turkeys
right.
and shit. I think we did like a turkey, a gallon of milk, 2 loaves of bread, and like 3 sides or whatever, like
Yeah,
whether it be
see,
corn
last
or
year, I
whatever the
think-
fuck.
what I did, I think both families got a turkey, stuffing. I think some like shells and cheese, a couple pies,
Yeah.
a cake mix, a brownie mix, rolls.
Bro,
You know what I mean? It was
Macaroni
enough for
and
the
cheese, bro.
food.
Tell you, bro.
what's
The
your
full dinner.
favorite Thanksgiving food?
Me?
Yeah,
Man, I'll kill the whole thing. I like, man, really my thing is the macaroni, cheese, and the stuffing really on the grill.
I do not like stuffing really.
really?
Man.
No shit.
I'm just a weird
I'm
guy
not
like that.
too big on turkey. I'm not gonna lie.
Dang.
I would rather have a big old glazed ham, bro.
Ham's
on the
good.
grill.
Ham's
like-
good. Yeah, ham's good. I mean, and then too, lately it's been.
And I'm a sweets person, man. I'm a
See?
sweets
Oh,
junkie.
I'll
bro.
fuck
I'll
up
eat a
pumpkin
plate of
pie.
dinner, and then you'll see me with 3 plates of desserts. All the pies and whipped
420 it, so
cream.
you already know. Like I'll be looking at everything sideways sometimes, and it's like that. And that's the thing. Like the spirit and shit, like we were talking. That's what I kind of miss too. Is like on Thanksgiving it was like you play with your family members or relatives or other niggas that you didn't even know, and you fucking have a good time and get full and fucking relax.
Right.
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 And no drama, no nothing, or like when we got in our teen years, how it wasn't free on the right. Spend time with the family in the daytime,
Yep.
and then after all that's done, you can go do what you want. At that time,
See,
be gone.
We did
Right,
that. I mean,
right.
since I moved back here, we had a little family thing. We
Yeah.
go to my aunts or whatever, but man, everybody always for years, everybody ended up at Resurrects.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I remember his girl worked for like a nursing home, I think.
Yeah,
or
she was
something
like a
right there
hospice or
on
something like that.
7th. And she would bring the big metal
Holy shit.
full of stuff that they had left over. So everybody ended up at Joe's, like just at home. You know what I mean? The
Right.
homeboys had more fun kicking it on Thanksgiving than
I
Than
did.
anybody else, right?
I think one
was
of the
a family.
craziest fucking things I did one time was I was like, my family was kind of like departed, growing up, doing their own thing. They have their own families, blah, blah. My grandma passed away. It's not doing a whole bunch of shit. I was like, bro, I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill 1 year. And I went to fucking Cracker Barrel. The widest fucking place to fucking eat. But I will say this, like, it was crazy because I like going from like a whole family of like 14 in one house,
Right.
and then going to being like, I'm not even gonna fucking cook.
Right.
I'm
right.
gonna go to this place and now I'm gonna
Right.
eat Thanksgiving, but I'm not like. It was kind of nice
to not have to do the
to
other.
not have to do.
But you
hear
missed
my
that, though,
Hear
right.
my mom and her sisters fucking arguing.
Right,
about
right. The family drama and the quarrel because your aunt don't get along with your mom, or
you got certain family that they're all gonna be cool,
Right.
but you can just
Who's
tell
going?
that
If they're going, I'm not
you
going.
can tell that vibe.
Yeah.
Right. That's that little
Oh,
eerie
they're
feeling. like,
here.
ah.
He's here. You know.
Well,
what
I mean, I think all three of
hate
us.
that shit,
I think
like-
all three of us relate. We probably had that one cousin that we used to always get into. I'm beating that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like you're saying, Si, like it's different too when you take that element away like that, right? And you're
Yeah.
out in public like that because it's kind of like loneliness. It's kind of like man, fuck, I could do this myself, but make it better. But then you
Right.
start
I
I
noticing.
mean, I remember there was a lot of holidays. Me and Devin went to the bar.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
people
Oh,
change
yeah.
that,
After we
though.
did all the bullshit,
Yeah.
we went to the bar. And just
I know,
chilled
but
as
nowadays,
homies
look at it
and shit.
nowadays. I mean, I'm just saying because like I was just saying, nowadays you go out to do that shit and have a nice little kosher dinner and stuff like that. People don't know how to act civil out in public no more when it comes to that.
no.
So it's like you everybody wants to be a world star, type of person,
Yeah.
and it's like, can we not just go out and just be social and
Just
just not
vibe.
have that, what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like at a point in time, I think we all agree where it comes from is like, you know what? It would be nice to bring back tradition if it was done the right way and not just done in a way for people.
And I think this Let's Eat show is hitting that tradition.
It's
type
very
shit.
much. It's hitting it on the head. So I mean,
It's like I said, man. Even if you don't go, the donations are appreciated. You can get a hold of me on Facebook, Christopher Yarber. My last name is Yarber, or under Cryptonyte.
He's a regular normal whitey.
Kryptonite, just like the kryptonite that kills Superman. Except for with the C at the beginning and a Y instead of the I. So CRYPTONYTE. You can get a hold of me at that on Facebook or my number, 806-678-4689, man. Any donations we get, I don't care if it's $1, if it's a box of stuffing, anything would help if anybody wants to help out. So.
And you can hit me up too. Just hit me up on my IG. You know, I'll have all that shit. I'll have all of our shit posted on that bio.
Oh, you're
stuff.
good. Yeah, we'll get you all the information.
Guarantee out there about this next week. If you don't hear it on here, you're gonna see a flyer somewhere.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be
start blasting these things all over the city.
But at the same time, too, just I mean, anything would help for anybody that deserves it. If you know somebody or feel that somebody that you want to help out, nominate them. Come, and it doesn't matter. All you got to do is get a hold of any one of us three, or stop by somewhere where we're at. We're pleased to help you.
And you know, it's one of those things too. Is like Snap got turned off recently.
Oh yeah.
They
cut the funding to the EBT and the Snap and all that. So it's like
all of that shit. So literally anything fucking helps. Like you know, buy the gift card or the money or whatever the fuck. But if you can literally come with a bag full of food. Like, you're not only just, like, feeding Thanksgiving. You're probably going to feed, like, a family for, like, a day or two.
And I talked to the guy that runs Atomic Yellow. He actually used to be a manager for United.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to talk to them about
seeing if we can get some
nothing
stuff.
Else, maybe a couple $100 gift cards.
I mean, and like on my end, like I told
like.
Crip, I'm gonna try to get as many vegetables and all that. So that doesn't mean people don't have to still participate, but I mean at the same time, for the standard, like he's doing turkeys, you know, and shit like that.
I think we should
like
just do like
to make sure that we can.
Like I did with
people,
the
you know what I
with
mean?
the artist,
Yeah.
the way I felt with the artist. You know, what I mean I think I did 10 to 20 last year. Yeah. This year I upped it a little bit, 20 to 30. But to me, man,
it's not too bad.
if you want to perform and you can't do that, at least as an artist, don't waste my time. You know,
right.
And to me, like, if you can't do just that little bit to help others, what are you really doing out here?
Right, because
you know
it doesn't take
like,
much to be selfless for somebody else.
Oh yeah,
100%. You
100%.
know what I mean? I mean, that's been our topic this whole podcast is like how we've.
That's the first time we really chopped it up. Is me and Si when I put him on that, and
Yep.
he's like, "Man, I really support the fact that you're doing something like this." And it last year turned out. I thought it turned out really good.
Yeah, it turned out great. And I don't give a fuck how many fucking families it fed.
Of meals, but I did get 2 full dinners, and that
Hey.
was my goal in the beginning.
Yep.
2 to 3.
So if
But
last
this
year was
I'm
great,
calling 10, so I'm pushing for 10.
right?
Pushing
So
for
if
10.
last year was great, y'all feel great from doing it last year, right? This year's gonna be amazing, and next year when we do it, it's going to be phenomenal.
Man, it almost
so
like,
it's like you know,
especially like when all them little baby kids came up and thank you, man.
Bro.
I almost started crying like
That's
I was
why
trying to
Hey,
be, you know,
That's kind of why I want to make sure that day, besides us giving back, right, we give back to ourselves as artists too, because
Right.
you know what I'm saying. We're doing a very
Takes time.
selfless
Takes
injustice
effort.
to be able to give people a blessing, bro. And you know
I
what?
mean, it's not just that with me with the charity stuff. Don't expect your city to support you
Right.
with anything you're doing if you don't somehow show that same love to your city.
Bars.
Hey,
Bars.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
show. Hey,
You
you
got so many
yeah.
people, they think they're the shit around here. They've been doing music for 25 years around
and
here.
they
I
don't show
give a-
love to
what
the
have
city
you done?
because the city
Yeah.
don't show
You know
love
what I mean?
back.
What have you done? Okay, you did a
Right.
bunch of local shows over
Right.
the last 20 years.
You know how many
Participate.
how many fucking views I get? I don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
them views. They're
Yeah.
probably bots
What do you
anyway.
do?
They're
What-
bought out.
Dude,
What
does
are
your
you doing for the
community know
city,
you? Are you a structured standard citizen?
And like I said, there is a lot of artists who have done that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jay Peso, you know what I mean?
It's to encourage
3CP,
those that have
806, all them guys have all done the charity things, and I give mad props to that. But I think it should be a bigger thing with all the locals around here.
Oh yeah, bars.
I said pretty much. I got to the point where any show that I was throwing myself, something was tied to it. I don't care if it was just as a little side thing, you know what I mean? Some raffles or something.
Anything.
Which I may try to have too. I may try to get some raffles going. Good. So if not just donating food,
you might get a bottle.
Maybe donating something for raffles.
You might get a bottle.
And we can take that raffle money and go buy the dinner.
For
so that's what we need. You know,
I might even put something out for that raffle. I might be like, here,
I might do that, and I may do there's a thing I've done before, and it's called 50-50. And you sell all these tickets for $1. Buy however many you want. Put them all in a bag. All the money from all of them. Split it in half.
You get half.
Whoever hits it
gets
the half. The other half goes to the charity.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Word.
And it's
I'll probably get a couple things going like that too. So.
You know, like little, because it's gonna be for some time that night, right? So we kind of want to do like little hourly, kind of like maybe just things to keep people fucking in the spirit of things, bro. Tradition, back to basic. You know what I mean? Like that's what this whole thing is back to element. You know what I mean? And like,
I actually talked to him. It's gonna be a big mix of stuff, bro. Because not only do we have the rock, and the hip hop. The guy told me he has a group, and they've been pushing it from WT, and they're actually gonna start, and they're doing like the electronic type of music.
Oh, the EDM music.
Yeah, the EDM.
It's gonna be a pretty.
They're starting the show with the EDM stuff. And we haven't quite worked it out if it's gonna be like a rock and then hip hop, or maybe a few rock, few hip hop. You know what I mean? How we're gonna bounce back and forth. But it's gonna be mixed through the whole night. So it'll be something dope for everybody.
That's
what's up. Like.
Also, be like a modern fucking Robin Hood and hit some licks. You know what I'm saying?
There's some steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Anything's possible.
Appreciated, man. Just show support to the community this year, man, and let's eat. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want to do. Let's eat, man. Get grew up on and be able to give back, man. Because at the end of the day, it don't take much to help somebody, especially somebody in need,
and
bro.
I'm hoping. I don't want to just put it out there, but I do got some new stuff coming. I'm hoping to have my album dropping at the Thanksgiving show.
Hell yeah.
Which I was actually dropping it in parts before I got locked up.
Right.
Actually,
and I got the first two out, and didn't get to drop the third part, and so it got revised a little bit. But I mean, it's right there. I'm not sure if I'm out of time before the show with working and stuff, but. Definitely got new music coming.
We might hear some new songs.
Oh, you're definitely gonna hear all new songs at the show.
Right. Hell
Whether they're out or not, I'm doing pretty much all new songs at the show. So
I mean, work, right?
Yeah.
At the same time too, at the beginning of the new year, I don't care. This nigga right here is gonna put out an off-top album for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got anything going on like music-wise?
Bro, I just put out on my birthday this year. I just put out the Hustle King album on Reverb Nation.
Oh shit!
I mean, yeah, you go to Reverb Nation and put Black Luciano or Black Cash Mafia in there. I'm gonna pop up.
Yeah, you'll pop up.
I got some readjusting to do on my social accounts and the internet, but I mean, it ain't gonna take much for me to get back to where I know. But hey, at the same time too, yeah, you can always check the music out at YouTube or you can go to Reverb Nation.
See, I got The Movement about to drop.
Okay.
So I started out with Worlds Collide. I dropped Flatland Takeover was my first mixtape. And then my first technically mixtape as off top was Momentum.
Yep.
This is actually my first full album that I own the rights to, everything.
Word.
It's The Movement. And I actually have features from Bizarre from D12.
Oh, shit.
Crooked Eye, Stevie Stone, and Corrupt.
Holy shit.
Are all on the album.
Damn.
So, very powerful, very powerful project, bro. Trust me. I've been the listening party, so I mean
that's already pretty much been complete to where I'm already about a third of the way into Progressions, which is my next album. So it's Momentum, the movement, and then progressions is my next one.
And it's gonna be like that Usher cut. It's all about
And
progressions.
progressions is man, I've hit this point lately to where I don't mind firing people up.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get in your feelings over some music shit, well, I'm sorry for you. Then
Fuck it.
come at me. You know what I mean? Because
I'm
that's
happy
how I've
I
gotten.
get to say
like,
this because you know what? This was what started when we got together earlier, right? I'm with it too because you know what? I'm at a point like Crip said, man. Let's just have fun with this, man. It's a time that we have fun with this shit and just relax.
I'm a humble person, but I also know all this talk lately about not being on the level of these guys or these guys. I'm about to show you
who's
who's
got a
on that
pod.
level.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
I'm
clear
gonna
the
show
way
who's
for
on that
let's
level.
clear the
Right.
way for the level and see who's on the playing field afterwards.
When homeboy came up to me and said, and on some shit said, if you have a problem with someone else, I can finish it, bro. I don't need you to fucking finish it, and even if you did, it's not happening.
Right, because you're just you're stepping into somebody else's issues that are not yours, making you an issue. So why? Nobody should be expendable.
Everybody clicks up and all that old dumb shit. I can't stand that.
Yeah, it's
nowadays.
fucking bullshit, bro. It's
and
literally
I'm the
bullshit.
type. I've been that way since the beginning. I've been kind of a cocky person.
Hey,
and I wasn't even that good of a rapper, but I would still do it. You know what I mean? I was still. When I started with Joe Wells Collide, I was still learning my writing style.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting my sound.
You have to learn your element and get into your
and
character.
Now that I've gotten my sound, I'm still that one that will talk shit just to
do?
get someone in their feelings. Like,
Right.
it's fun.
Right.
This last show, I had some, and it wasn't at nobody individually.
Right.
Just kind of as an overall. Like, I'm here, motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Right, just
I remember my baby mama comes in, and I'm kind of going over my set. And she goes, "Who are you trying to fire up?" she said, "I can hear it just in your songs that you're trying to fire somebody up." I said, "Everybody."
Knowing
Everybody.
Cryptonyte, he's got a spiteful way about him, bro. It's not that devious. It's like
It's
he's
like, I'm
got this
bored.
way- He's bored.
I'm
he
bored.
wants
Let's
something
see
to
who
do
can
something.
get in their feelings over some dumb shit.
And like I told him from the beginning when he came back home, I was like, I love your style, your technique, and everything. But you know what I would like out of you is for you to put yourself in the head of the position like you deserve to, because you know what?
Right.
You are a boss. You are a fucking king. Like, nigga, you are the one that should showcase your platform on how you are the leader. Like,
Bars.
and he's been doing that, bro. And fucking, it's nerve wracking from time to time. But I love my nigga to death, and he's amazing at it. And it's like, I get it now. So it's like,
And all that new, let's talk about it.
hey,
Also this too.
Hey, tell him about Erwin or Eli.
Eli.
Or the little white dude, your little white character, your little fucking.
Ian.
Oh, Ian, yeah.
Ian,
Ian McAllister.
Yes, there you go. Ian McAllister.
Yeah, they ain't ready for Ian.
They're not ready for Ian.
Fucking
Going to talking about that, like with the pod and stuff, and I have a whole bunch of homies being like, why don't you spit names? This is the reason why I don't spit names. This is the story. This is one of the reasons why I don't spit names. If I have a story and I'm talking about something, or I'm stating something that has happened, or I feel a certain way about something, and the viewer that is watching what I'm saying feels any type of fucking conviction about it, oh, he's talking about me. Oh, he doesn't like what I have to do. Oh,
Shoe fits wear that.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
it up
exactly.
and
If you
keep
feel
that hoe
convicted,
on.
bro, it's about you.
Hey,
dog.
yeah, hey, if something
Fix
I
it.
said offends anybody, bro, I'm not directing anything specifically. I could, but that's not going to make me who I am. I'm not going to be the same
See,
person.
like I said, like I'll speak on like
Anything.
me and Sapo from 806 had beef for a while,
Right.
and it was really on a song I did back when I first started. That was actually directed at someone completely different, but they kind of associated, and it got
Right.
stuff got misconstrued and taken the wrong way. But like me and Sapo, I told him, bro, if I wanted to diss you, I will speak. I will say your name. I am not scared. You know what I mean?
Because
and it's still we're kind of at a little bit, but we squashed all that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
like,
about
if he-
like, man, that
if he
shit is
feels
done.
if he feels convicted, then
But like that's my boy, man. I got mad props for 806. They are some of the OGs
Right.
that been around here doing this shit.
right.
But
And they
people
are-
gotta understand,
they are
you know,
beasts, you know what I mean? But
nowadays, it's like, hey, the same thing I say behind your back, I'm not afraid to say it to your
But
face.
it's like
if
we-
that's the case.
going
right?
back to like
But
that
there's
show.
no need that.
it's different people
Right.
that are coming up or that I'm hearing my name come out of
Right.
that I wouldn't expect to be doing that.
Right.
Right.
Or if so, say it to me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks anymore. If you don't like me, you don't like me.
Yeah.
But all
I
that,
spit facts.
all
And
that
if somebody-
fucking female behind the back type of shit is weak.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that cat girl and shit. That cat.
But other than that,
bullshit,
like,
bro, fuck that.
I don't think I have beef with anybody anymore.
Right,
Because
right.
the few little beefs that I did have, we talked to like men. Like I said,
Right.
me and
Squashed
Sabo,
it
we
out.
talked it out. We squashed that shit, and we moved forward. We're all getting too old for that shit.
Yeah.
For one, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. We're not in our 20s. You just barely out of them motherfuckers.
This year I hit 30.
He just ran
I
out
just,
that.
I just turned 41,
But
bro.
at the
So
same
it's like,
time, like,
I
we
don't got
understand
time
that,
for
right?
that shit no more.
It's
you know what
childish
I mean?
shit
And-
because like
Yeah.
why waste your time being mad?
but
and
in the
hot and all
same
this shit?
respect, I'm down.
Right.
Hey,
I want
right.
all the smoke.
Hey,
you know what I
let's
mean?
hit some
When
licks,
it comes
bro.
to this music shit, I want all the smoke, bro.
And
You
the-
know,
the
because
big-
there's a
the
way
big-
to do it.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
there's a
there
way
is.
to do it and still have fun.
Exactly.
Right.
And we
And
can
be
talk
live,
shit, you know what I
yes.
mean, and not get any feelings
And not have to
about
be
it. I don't
butthurt
care.
or controversial
10 people
about
can make a
what's-
diss
right.
song on me,
Right.
and I'm gonna eat that shit up and use it as to fucking push some harder
Hey,
shit than that.
Yeah.
Look at it this way. Look how they try to shut her off sexuality and shit like that lately, right?
Right.
It's everywhere. Like you trip out. I watch Netflix now, right? It be cussing on Netflix. Before it was beep 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 beep, and now it's
Yeah.
like,
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Like they're
So-
getting smart. Yeah, Drake got his ass killed off, but the way they went about it, bro,
Shout out Kid
that
Lamar.
it was smart.
Well, yeah.
That was publicity. And
Yeah.
kind of like the
You know what I
same
mean?
way.
Because
that-
everybody's like, "Oh shit, what's he gonna come with next? Oh shit, what's going to be his response?"
Well,
you know,
hey,
people,
y'all did
Right.
what
there's a
y'all
way to
see.
do it without it. People wanting to fight.
Well,
Yeah.
they ran Bad
Yeah.
Bunny off of the next year's Super
You
Bowl
think you
halftime
could
show
kill?
like that.
You
see
think
what
you
I'm
could
saying?
kill me
So,
lyrically?
Bring it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's to the point
Let's
I
go.
am. Because
I
some of this
mean-
new shit I got, I promise is on the level of anybody around here.
Prove it. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
you know what I
Just
mean?
prove
And
it.
it's just like, let's go. I'm
My
here.
issue is like the bots and shit.
Yeah.
I'll say my shit about bots all the fucking time. I'll say who has bots, who doesn't have bots, whatever the fuck.
Right.
And if somebody said you said I have bots, yeah, I don't have bots. Bitch, prove it then.
Right.
Prove you don't have bots, bro.
Right. Because
Prove to me.
you have to have that lyrical content of bar or versatility to be able to say,
Yeah, like I won't.
I don't have that.
I won't sit here and say that I got millions of streams. I don't, bro.
Right. I don't. I have nothing.
I
I,
think
have
my
like maybe
YouTube-
3 monthly listeners
I
on
think my
Spotify.
YouTube just hit 5,500.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? 5,500 plays. Or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Right.
And,
But
and
there's random times like
there's a
Be
drought.
Quiet,
There's a drought.
which is actually from the movement dropping.
Yes.
Right.
It got playlisted or something this month and hit
Oh.
almost 1,000 on Spotify just out of
Congratulations.
nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Congratulations.
okay, so I mean, I know I'm not getting a stupid amount of plays.
I'm not talking numbers.
But I do this shit
Yeah.
because I love doing
Well,
it, bro, and I have fun. And the way I see it, like, even if I don't blow up, just to know, like, what's better in life to be fucked up because you spend all this time pushing to try to make it and you didn't, or being happy and content because you know that you had fun doing it.
Doing it.
You know you touched some people with stuff, especially with some of my serious songs, and leave a legacy that way.
Right.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
have
I
to
mean?
go with
And-
option B.
And that's what I learned
Exactly.
when I finally got to that point that, you know what, I'm going to have fun with this shit. Like, yes, I'll tag people every once in a while, but I remember at first, man, I'm tagging 100 people every time I
Right,
post
right.
something, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and now I'll still do it, but when I tag people now, it's because I
You're
know it's
relevant.
people who
That are
support me
relevant.
Right.
or, you know what I mean, might share.
And-
But other than that, I'll just throw something out there.
Right.
And if people hear it, they hear it. If they don't, they don't. Like,
Hey,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
because it's not about proving or trying to get attention no more. It's like we've already done came from there, right? So at the same time, too, like I was saying about numbers, man, trust me, I seen bad numbers when I started,
Yeah.
and now I see different numbers, right? I mean, they're not bad. They're not high. They're not really high, but they're
Right.
up there. But I mean, at
Yeah,
the same time,
people are seeing
I don't
shit.
care about them numbers because you
Yeah.
know what? At the end of the day,
Bro.
To know that 10 people
right?
Yeah.
in the last
Right.
month
Right.
heard my shit in
Then
some random country across
Exactly.
It's badass, right? Then
It ain't
everybody
a
in the
million
hood-
plays a month or
Right.
whatever, but
Then everybody doing your dance or
there
your
was
song
10
in the
different
hood.
countries
Yeah.
that my shit got heard in. Maybe
There-
by
there's
one
some, there's
person.
some
but
homegirl, some
Yeah.
homeboy in his fucking house being like,
Yeah.
I'm on some underground shit. You heard about fucking Cryptonyte, bro? And they're like, I haven't heard this motherfucker. And he played on his fucking radio in his
And
room.
I
on some like
I
run
do
shit.
get that every now and then. Like people I don't know will come into say, "Hey, I've heard about you." Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's live. You
That's
know,
crazy.
what I mean?
Look, because before you had got out and came back, right? I was at the mall. You know what I'm saying? West Plains Mall, of course. Fucking mall. Anyway, so I was at the mall and shit, and I was coming out of Shoe Depot, right? And I was just walking in the middle of fucking wall, right? Little kid who had seen my shit on fucking Facebook and shit, liked my videos, knew me. He started, Mom, Dad, that's Gutta Blacc. And like the kid was so excited, bro. Like I made a whole lap, right, bro? Just to make sure myself, because you know what I'm saying.
Right.
When you do get that kind of recognition, it's kind of like fathom, like, I'm tripping, man. I know this shit ain't, you know what I mean? But then you have to feel some kind of way when people start showing you that camaraderie, and you're like, okay, so now I got to kind of be this kind of image, because like, you know, like you said, you get joy out of seeing some little kid being inspired, right? So when that little kid was doing that, and he's telling his parents who are square, they had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this little kid shouldn't even be on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's Gutta Blacc. That's that dude that sing that song. And bro, he's over there singing the song, and he pulled out his phone, he pulled up his Facebook, bro. He had fucking saved my little video thing. And bro, it fucking felt like everything I was doing was wrong, bro. Because I was doing it backwards. Because if I felt that everything I was trying to prove and get to was for a reason, that was the reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
right.
that little kid was only preteen. He wasn't even fucking teen. Where in the hell would you find
I remember-
what I
Right,
do? You know what I
right.
mean? So
I remember when when me and Lyric did the rewind.
Oh, yeah?
The Kodak Black. Too many years.
Yeah.
We remixed it, and I went to visit my kids that I haven't really been around growing up, and I was playing it, and they said, and they were singing, and they heard me, and they, are you famous? Dad?" No, you know, I just remade it, but man, that felt good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yes, yeah, it
I,
does.
I always go to my daughter whenever I pull something out. I'm like, hey, you like this or what? You know, I'm doing this. You think it's cool?
Right,
'Cause,
right.
like,
Because
she's
we
like
gotta,
my
we
biggest one.
always say we don't a lot of the times as artists, like, don't want people to kind of like critique us or whatever, but we kind of sell ourselves out sometimes, because it's like we'll go to somebody, hey, listen to this real quick, or what do you
I
think
do.
about
I've
this? Or,
always
you
been
know,
about
so-
that, and that also because man, in the beginning, I was more nervous to record in the booth than I was to get on stage.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
I'll get on stage and act a fool. I've always been that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that
recording
microphone.
with Rezi was tough, man,
Yeah.
because he would not sugarcoat shit. He wasn't gonna sit there and baby you in the booth, you know, because he was the same way. Like I was talking, he had so many
That sounds
people he was
familiar.
recording all
Yeah.
the time.
Like,
He'd
Chris
be
is the same
recording
way?
you, and you be in the middle of your verse, and nope,
Chop
start
you off.
over.
Do it again.
You missed that one. You know, he would shut you off, and he'd be like,
You breathe.
you know what I mean? And so I am a little critical.
Right.
A little.
I'm a little picky to where, and some people take offense to that.
Yeah, some people
and
get-
it's
alright.
not coming off. Yeah, I mean it does come off as a dick, but I'm just like.
But
you
he
know,
doesn't mean it that
I want
way.
it to
Right,
sound good,
right.
and I will stop you. And
Yeah,
Right.
you want it
It's just
perfect.
what
You
it
want
is,
that
like-
sound to come out. It's all it's all
Because like
it's all in the
I've
process.
seen him a couple of times, right? Some cats would be in there, and like they've practiced it at home. They and they flow through it, right? And then he'll be like, "All right, so spit your verse." And Chris will sit there, and he'll go. And then these fools, they'll be in their zone, and then he'll stop them. Pow! Man, what the fuck you do, bro? You said. No, man, I was and get mad about it like he was the one like.
No,
it's
dude,
like,
again, I heard that shit fucked
right,
up.
but they don't understand it until he goes back and he has to elucify them onto where
Right.
they have to hear it, like where their fuck up is, and they're like, oh, but that's and it's always a different reaction. It's never apology or I'm sorry or my bad. It's like, oh, dude, that was dope what you did, do it, and it's like. Just give him his props, bro, because it's
Right.
not an intentional thing. It's the learning way we
Like,
have to learn. Like,
I'm trying to get a couple of exes to like sing, and I'll stop them. Just like I'll do my homeboy in
Yep.
the booth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Cut your ass
Man,
off.
You're so mean, and
So no, I want you perfect. You are perfect. I want you perfect.
right?
on this
I
fucking
mean,
thing.
because
people are gonna hear that shit.
right, because you what you're putting out there, you don't want to have. I mean, we do.
I do have a question. I know you're the one usually asking the questions in these podcasts, but I'm wondering when the hell we're gonna do a track together.
We'll do it today. No, we can
I
get
know
one
you
in.
probably got something sitting in the vault that needs a verse.
Yeah,
on it
that's
or
that
something.
I got
motherfucker.
some shit. I got some shit. Yeah, we can talk about some
You
stuff,
know,
bro.
I'm a little I'm still working on new stuff, but I said I've been really focused on my business right now. But
Yeah.
New
coming
stuff,
up with a whole new
stuff.
song is a little tougher than having that stuff in the vault that just needs
Right.
a verse.
I-
that I
right,
can jump on, you know?
yeah, 'cause we can
I
always
write
go
a
pull up some
16,
shit,
there's
right.
Nothing like.
Yeah, I've got some beats and stuff that my homeboy 9 Milli fucking like gave to me. He was like, "Here, use it for something." I've written some stuff about it, but I haven't like finished it off. So I got some stuff, bro. We can work on some stuff, bro. 100%. Yeah. Cryptonyte, where can they find you, bro?
Cryptonyte, man. Like I said, CRYPTONYTE. It's spelled different because when you look it up, it's the first thing that's going to come up. Facebook, of course. Trying to get into the TikTok group because
Yeah, same,
there's a
dude.
lot of people blowing up off of TikTok.
Yeah.
But for sure,
influencers,
I know.
YouTube, Spotify,
SoundCloud.
Apple Music, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, anywhere. bro.
Anywhere you can
And
find
if you can't
music.
find Cryptonyte, look up Off Top Productions with the Z instead of the S. on
Okay, yeah.
Productions. That comes up a little easier. Like on YouTube, it's tough. Every time you put in Cryptonyte, it wants to pull up 3 doors down. Cryptonyte.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
first thing that pops up.
Hey,
But,
3 Doors Down's a badass band
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
Hell yeah!
a lot of people think I got my nickname from that, but I've had it since way back. But
Right.
you know, sometimes you have to go to the top and say search instead for the
Right.
right spelling. But
Kryptonite rapper.
Right.
Cryptonyte with the C and a Y. That's
I'm
how
gonna tell you the
everybody-
easiest way with me, because I know you're next this line. Look, just go to your Google bar and put in Black Cash Mafia, BLACC.
Yeah, I'll pop up on. I've got the
Cash
Google
Mafia.
certified
That's it,
where
yeah,
I'll
it's
pull up
right.
on
I mean,
that too.
Really,
so.
because it's like we were talking, like really to have recognition. One thing this man has done and given me, he gave me the leverage and the ground to be a verified person as an artist and to have my own as whatever royalties or whatever I get creatively, right?
Right.
But it's a privilege and it's something that is very, very needed because you know what? To have that, man, that platform opening for you to be able to broadband yourself, really, you like hoe yourself out on the internet, right?
Right.
You get what's deserved. So at the end of the day, man, best thing for you to do is to be able to be put in the Google bar to come up because you know what?
but of
Hey,
course-
check my background, go there.
Right.
Of course, you know there's tons more between
Others,
SoundCloud
Right.
and Reverb Nation.
All the featured songs,
Compared
all that
to-
shit. Yeah.
compared to the actual Spotify and
Right.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Because
but
that right there is
it's
going to give you
everywhere,
them
man.
little Easter eggs and them little things that other people aren't stumbling on or that they don't put in their lives every day.
Right.
And you have different. So, and that's our thing is because like, it's not about just giving it to the world or everybody. It's like giving people different so they're not all feeling the same thing.
Word.
Because you want them to not always be robotic. You don't want everybody to be.
Right.
Kind of want them to understand where you come from as a whole, and that's like I told you from the beginning. I mean, I'm excited because look, before I was ahead of my time to tell my story, but like now being able to share it the way I feel and the way I am, that's gonna be a beautiful thing. So at the same time too, it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? So 2026 is gonna be live. Cause what'd you say the other day? Man, we right here, right there. All we got
And my son Gutta is hitting puberty finally, so he's starting to grow up a little bit.
He's getting some hairs on his chin.
Hey,
It took till fucking 57 to get to that point, but
Well, if you've seen the podcast, you know, and you can find me on there at Moshcast Productions. But if you want to hit me up, it's just go on my Instagram, almighty _ s.i.g.h. That's Almighty Side for you. I appreciate y'all guys coming out and talking y'all shit, bro. I felt like we got a lot of knowledge in today.
We did.
It was really good. I was very, very happy whenever Gutta was like, hey, let's do pod. I was like, when? He goes, whenever. I was like, Wednesday at 4? On it.
Get it in.
Boom.
I mean, we have to,
Done.
you know what I mean?
Done
Yeah.
skis. So,
because it's worth it, man. It's well worth it, man. I feel great, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
yeah, 100%.
I respect what you're doing a lot, and I notice that you do pull some of the more slept on people that what I mean.
I try.
It doesn't matter that yes, I'm older. I got a little bit late start with this music thing as far as getting in the studio and shit. But there is a new group of us that are killing shit, and people are gonna fucking realize that shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I give props to all the old schools. Like, man, there's people that have supported me since the very beginning. Tigger
Oh, dude,
one of my best homeboys, man. He has always told me you're probably the coldest white boy in this city. And has always supported what I've done, no matter what. Knows that I've made mistakes. Still, you know what I mean? That's the problem too. Everybody makes mistakes, and people get real judgy around here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But man, there's those since the beginning, like Tigger. And man, I fuck with Trouble Man since he first started.
Man, bro. Trouble
Man,
Man crazy as fuck,
me and
bro.
Trouble Man lived catty corner house. Before he still had most of the youngsters rapping. He was doing a few tracks, but he was still kind of making beats.
I still need to get that motherfucker on pod too.
So that's my boy, man. Trouble Man, BFA. I said Tigger
BFA, bro.
The first groups I performed with was 806, Illiterate.
Oh yeah.
MIC put me on my first shows. Aaron Hardy, man, gave me them opportunities for the bigger shows.
Oh yeah.
Like Locksmith and
Aaron, dude, he's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen Aaron in a minute. He was bringing all those strange music people down through here. So.
Hell yeah.
Man, yeah, it's just I respect the fact, man, that you're bringing up a new age of this and bringing some of the guys that ain't just swear they're the hot shit of Amarillo. Still Amarillo.
There's a music community out here, bro. You just gotta find it,
Hey, that's it.
Hey, you'll either find it or I'll find you. Either one, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all coming on and I appreciate y'all watching. And like always, we'll see you next week. Go fuck yourself.